This goes.
We'll see. We're live.
We are live.
Guess what, guys? We're early.
For
first
once.
thing, first time for everything.
I've never been early for anything.
Never.
Really? So, as far as you know, we are live and people can see this?
I assume so.
I don't want to intro our guests and nobody see it.
It says 21 seconds live. I think we're live.
All
Hollywood
right.
Polo is here. He's saying hi, everyone.
Hey, somebody
right,
says
well.
hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hollywood Polo, yes, sir.
So, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Get to Know Gamer.
Yep.
And-
No. I've decided we're calling Get to Know the Hostage. It can be anywhere from like 2 hours to 4 hours. So it's like, how long do you want to be held hostage?
Yeah.
What time's your bedtime?
Our bedtime is 10 o'clock, so.
It was 5 minutes ago. We're really old.
Uh-oh.
The
Do you have dinner
Metamucil
at 4?
already mixed.
No, 5.
Hey, don't knock it until you try the early bird special. Yeah.
You get a lot of really good deals and really nice tables. So
That is true. Now, if Scott could eat out at a restaurant without us having to worry about what's going to happen later in bed when he tries to, like,
Wink, wink.
no! Not rubbing me? Not rubbing me with farts? Like, no,
Yeah, she
thank
says-
you.
Because I'm lactose intolerant.
Yes, you are.
All right, you're getting off topic here. I was about to
That's
introduce our guest.
exactly how I do it.
All right.
So, everybody out there, I have one question for you. Do you nerd?
Yes, we do!
So welcome our guests, Tom and Lacey.
Yeah.
From Do You Nerd? All
I'm
right,
Tom.
guys, this is where we give you the opportunity to tell everybody watching a little bit about your channel, just in case there are some viewers that haven't seen you guys before.
Well, they're crazy if they haven't seen us before. Come on, guys. Seriously.
I know.
I think so.
I know.
Oh,
we're a little bit more humble than
false
that.
modesty aside, no. So I'm Tom. This is my wife, Lacey.
Hi.
We are a couple of collectors that collect just about anything: video games, comic books, tabletop games, movies, toys. I think you've got one or two toys.
A couple toys.
And we like to do a bunch of videos on all those topics. When there are conventions and events such as Renaissance festivals happening, we like to do coverage on those, especially if it's something small in our area, because then it shows people there is stuff happening in your area when there's stuff happening in your area.
There used to be things that happened in our area.
And then the dark times came.
In the dark
And
time.
then the dark times came.
Yes.
We have a couple people in the chat saying hi already. We have Denver Gamer saying boom shakalaka.
Boom, shakalaka.
Shakalaka.
And what's up, nerds?
Private chat.
We also have Dan Bunch of Numbers. Hello.
Oh, there we go.
We're just going to call you Dan Bunch of Numbers.
Nice.
493-2001. What does that stand for, Dan? We want
It's
to
a
know.
bunch of numbers.
That's true.
That's going to
I'm
be his
guessing
reply.
a
Why?
special date. Birthday or
yeah.
anniversary.
That makes
That's what I'm
sense. Marcus Bolt tuning in from Salisbury.
Oh,
Salisbury.
Salisbury.
That's in our
right
area.
up in our
I enjoy
backyard.
your
It's not-
steaks.
We enjoy your steaks. And we have Don Ducky Duck. Hey, everyone. Hey, Don Ducky Duck. Look, I didn't even mess that up. I'm super proud of
I like
myself.
that name.
I'm impressed.
Don Ducky Duck.
I do too. Hank, what's up, everyone? What are we drinking?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Water.
Radler.
I've got
My
a
husband says this is
Smith
almost water
Wicks
juice.
red ale.
Oh,
You have red?
we are both drinking Irish red ale.
There we go.
Straight out of the taps here.
There you go.
I must
Retro
have
Demon
made,
Boy.
I made
Hey,
Mike
Tom, looking
mad.
good.
Oh,
about
he's just
Lacey?
saying
I'm
that
right
because of the retro refresh.
Right here,
shirt.
Mike. I'm right here.
Thank you, Mike. And always
Hey, Tom and Lacey.
we were
Lady
just
Lacey.
talking about you.
Yeah, we were.
We were.
Yeah,
Your ears
we were
burning?
actually. We
Oh,
said you
and also
abandoned us.
Scott and Jen.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But not
no.
Dennis.
Not
Oh,
Dennis.
what?
Oh, sorry, Dennis.
It's usually
That's how
people
Peter
don't
rolls.
care about me and don't even know my name.
That guy.
Feel
We
like the
also
other
have
guy.
Console Crashers. Hello. And we're just going to call him Dad. What's up, fellow
I'm a retro
nerds?
gamer dad.
Yeah, I think
What
people were
is
calling
that?
him Dad one night. And I was
Oh, yeah.
like, what's with this dad thing? I'm like, oh, that was the last part of his.
All right. for people that may not have seen
He's
this
just cut me off.
get to know game, yeah, I have to because we'll never get this
It's
going.
already
We'll have
past your
safe
bedtime.
words left and right here anytime now. So for people that haven't seen this podcast or get to know gamer before, what we do is we ask our guests to pick their top 10 favorite or 10 games that
Or more.
define them, or more 60 games or that defines them as a gamer, which got them, I guess, into this love of gaming. Or do you nerd?
Or nerd.
Or nerding.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but before we get into your first game, I want to ask everybody, including you guys, what are you playing this week?
Yeah.
Actually, I have been working my way through Mafia 3,
The getaway.
Mafia Definitive Edition. Yeah, almost there, Mike. But I went through the first 2 games. It was my first time playing either of those, so I figured I'd just finish out the trilogy. I've really, really been enjoying these games. I'm kind of disappointed there's not talk of a 4th game. Like a 4th game.
I know we've been
set in the
enjoying going through
70s.
each decade. It's been fun.
It's been a lot of
Nice.
fun.
The music has been amazing. That is probably my favorite part of the Mafia trilogy is the different decades worth of music. It's just awesome.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
played any of the Mafia games.
Oh,
Neither have I. No.
Yeah. Do you want to say neither me?
Neither me?
I was gonna say neither me. But I chose not to.
What are you playing?
I just finished the last Tomb Raider, so
Oh,
I just
that's right.
finished
You told me that.
the trilogy. So now I'm looking
Nice.
for something else to play. I don't know where I'm gonna find a game.
We'll probably rent you one
I don't know.
at Scott and Jen's
We have a friend that
Blockbuster.
lend you one. Or...
What are
Yeah.
the late fees?
Oh.
You just don't even want that. I am trying to finish The Evil Within. I have a love-hate relationship with survival horror games because I love them, but they
Yeah.
scare the crap out of me. Do you know how to say the name?
No, but I'm looking at Lord. It's either Zibalba or Sibalba, and that word was mentioned in the last Tomb Raider game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, it was awesome. What did
That's
you-
all right. I wasn't talking about my game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Have
so
you
I'm
done any
trying to
VR
finish
games?
that. Not yet, because we don't have a VR, but
No.
I mean, maybe next year.
Yeah.
You
long as
got a
there's not a
VR
new
for me
console coming
solely
out?
for those scary games, and I refuse to do them.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, I remember you talking about that, about Resident Evil 7, your big
Yes.
box set, but you won't play it on VR. You should do it.
No, the demo
I-
freaks me out enough as it is.
I know.
If you play it
That's
in
awesome.
VR, you have to record it.
Yes,
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I told him he can do the VR and I'll watch the screen. And he says no. So,
Yeah. I
yeah.
get to tell people what I'm playing.
You get to tell people.
I'm not
Paulo
playing a
Polo loves
whole
my
lot this week. Last week I finished up Psychonauts on the original Xbox, but this week I'm just whenever I have time, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'll just throw in Mike Tyson's Punch Out or Double Dragon on the NES, and I plan
choice.
on
Yeah.
playing Devil May Cry again.
Oh, yeah. I
'Cause
played through that.
She played through it, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh crap! It's been like almost 20 years since I played through it." And she played the HD version on the Xbox 360, and it looks phenomenal compared to the PS2 one. So I'm like, "Oh, I want to play it again."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun game. We have some
That's the
people in the
perfect way
chat.
to revisit some of those games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
actually,
not like you're playing the we're playing a whole different game.
we're actually
Well, I
gonna
don't
pick up
even
the Mass
remember
Effect,
it. It's been so
that's
long.
coming out because I played through it the first time, so now I'm gonna have him play through it when we pick up the new remastered one.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We have a couple people in the chat telling us what they're playing. We have Retro Gamer Boy, The Getaway. Hollywood Polo is telling us Civ 2 Gold, Diablo 2, Pinball, FX3, Tales of Arabian Nights.
How many hands
Must
is
be
it?
Yeah. Marcus Bolt, Little
Nightmares.
Nightmares. Little Nightmares
Nightmares.
1
We've been
or
looking
2?
into
I'm
that.
assuming the first one, maybe, but
Have you guys played either one?
We
of
haven't.
Little
We
Nightmares?
did we get it?
We did.
We bought it off of a recommendation, and we just haven't gotten around to getting it.
They're
A
so
friend of ours
good, guys.
creepy
Oh.
puzzler, right? Platform puzzler.
It's a
kinda.
creepy platform puzzler. It's not
not scary,
overly scary,
but
but
creepy.
just the atmosphere, the music, it's amazing. I played through the first one at the recommendation of Denver Gamer. Played through the second one as soon as I got it, and I'm like, can we have a third one now? But they just came out with a second one, so probably not.
It's creepy. It's based on my real life.
Just a little nightmare.
You can say the name.
Playing Wet. You know what? I just picked up
And
Wet
Metal Gear
today.
Solid.
Wet's a good
Picked it
game.
up on the PS3. You know what? You know why I picked it up? Because back when it came out, I tried it. I didn't care for it. And I also tried Bayonetta, and I didn't care for it. And then I replayed or tried Bayonetta again there maybe, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And I played through it and loved it. So I want to try this one again. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind, or
That could be it.
maybe it's too immature for it.
Drive my fat ass across the country to Arizona to visit my parents.
Hey, Denver Gamer, is that like Desert Bus?
Oh my god.
It's a simulation game.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I might have to look into that. That sounds hilarious.
That sounds like a great game.
Yeah, I'd play it.
Hollywood Polo is asking, Tom and Lacey, what did you think of WandaVision?
All right,
That
well,
could
here
be
goes
like
hour one.
I know,
of
it's like
the
that could be like a whole 4-hour podcast all on its own. Wanda was my favorite character that was introduced in let me back that up. Wanda was not introduced, but I like Olsen's embodiment of Scarlet Witch. I really fell in love with the character after she started playing it.
Yeah.
So, and I loved Vision and Wanda, so I was super excited that there was going to be a TV show. And the only disappointment that I had was that they were like really short episodes.
Oh, really?
Like how
We
short
haven't watched it yet. We haven't watched it yet.
We don't have
They're
Disney.
parroting sitcoms, so they were only 30 minutes because that's what sitcoms were. And
Exactly.
Right.
it was annoying because I was like, no, you need more. I need more of it. So, but I really loved it. It was good, and we don't want to spoil anything, I suppose.
Oh, we have to watch it because we're big Marvel fans. Like,
Yeah, I'm a big comic book guy.
Yeah.
I love the whole Marvel
Like, when
universe,
you guys
the
said-
cinematic universe. Loved it.
when you guys said like you talk about everything, like games, toys, board games, like we're like,
You like you're talking to me?
Yeah, that's us over here too.
It does suck that I don't want to spoil things, but it's like there is like something that happens at the end that it's like I'm dying to talk to people about, just because I recognized it in one of the movies and they confirmed it at the end of the TV show, and I was like, I was right. So I was very excited.
So now that series is over, are you guys watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
We're going to,
that on
we
now?
just
Okay.
I didn't know.
I think one episode's been
I
aired.
think it was last night. Yeah, last night was
Yeah,
when the first episode. We're going to. We just didn't have time last night.
Yeah.
Hank is playing Armed and Dangerous based on y'all's recommendation. It's hilarious.
I loved it. I laughed my butt off.
And Lightsaber saying, hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, lightsaber.
That's why they're talking
Samurai.
about lightsabers. I was like, why is everyone talking about lightsabers over there?
Yep, that's it. That's why. Okay, let's start our first game.
First game.
Game
Better
out
get
here.
into it.
Let's see
Well,
a
you guys will be
game.
using
What's
that
your
safe
first
word
game?
earlier than you think.
ladies first. We
Ladies
decided to split it up into 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
so we're not
yeah.
That's a good
inflating the
idea.
time or anything.
So I guess for me, the first one would be, I don't know if you can see that. Whoop, wrong
Golden
direction.
Axe.
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe.
Oh,
Nice,
Sega.
nice.
Basically, my household went from Atari, Nintendo, Sega. That's kind of our progression. And it was something me and my dad would play together because you could play on the screen at the same time. So I really liked getting that co-op action with him. Also, it was one of the first games, aside from like Mario Brothers 2, that where I could play as a female character, because that just wasn't a thing back when back in my day,
exactly.
my old days. I didn't care.
I don't
that she was
remember.
Right there
scantily
with ya.
dressed.
Yeah, I don't remember the female character. I don't remember any of their names, to be quite honest. I had the second Golden Axe. I think that might have been the second game I bought on the Sega Genesis, because I had Streets of Rage. That was the console seller for me. But yeah, I missed out on the first one until later on in life, but I played the hell out of Golden Axe too.
It's good, and it's, you always enjoy getting around kicking little elves. So that's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So is
can't
that
remember if it
special
was the
for you
first-
because you played with your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's special to me
Yeah.
because it was something that we got to do together, because when we would play Mario together, he wouldn't die. So I was always Luigi and I never got to play. So
Yep.
this game we played at the same time, so it was pretty cool. It was pretty
Nice.
awesome, and it's a good fun memory with my dad. So
Does your
Is
dad
that your
still?
phone over there?
That's
dinging?
my.
You're so
yes.
unprofessional.
I know. I could shut it off.
I'll go and
Where?
find it.
Just go turn the thing off. I forgot to. Does your dad still game?
he games more now, the like computer games with the like seek and find stuff, or the puzzle
Okay.
games.
Okay.
He doesn't really do a lot of the platforming games like when we were kids. But now he still games, just not those kind of games anymore. Now he plays the, where like it's the jumble of things and you find the mice and
Yeah.
He was a
I-
Doom fan for a while.
he did.
wasn't
He played Doom like crazy on the computer.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Doom
Nice.
on the computer, Vector Man. He loved Echo the Dolphin. So he played a lot of those games when we were younger. But Doom and Duke Nukem were his two favorite
That's
games.
right.
He loved
Nice.
Duke Nukem. So let me
Wow.
tell you,
So
it's
did
really
you?
creepy when you're a kid at night and you hear the grumbly monsters from Doom in the dark because your dad's playing on the
Yes.
computer when we're all supposed to be
Yes.
asleep. I have nightmares of those stupid demons with their
For me,
snarls.
it was
Unsolved mystery.
Unsolved Mysteries. My parents would be like, bedtime! Unsolved Mysteries would come on. I'm like, you are the most sadistic people I've ever met. I'm like sleeping under my covers. You have to like jump into
Half
your
of it is
bed.
Robert Stack's voice.
Oh,
so
I
creepy.
know. He was kind of a
Yes.
creepy
Yeah.
voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it aliens? We don't know, but they were never found.
What?
Probably under my bed. Thanks, love. Every time.
Lacey, did you start playing games because your dad played games, or like how did
Vice
it
versa.
start?
Did he
Or-
start playing the game?
or did
games
he
to
start
have
playing because
bonding
you were
time
playing
with you?
games?
It was a way to keep us busy. We had moved to another state. We didn't have friends yet. Obviously, we were really, really young. And we were actually living above his office because we hadn't found a place to live yet, because it was kind of one of those quick moves. And so they
Oh,
got
yeah.
us an Atari to give us something to do. So that was
Right.
really what got us into it. My dad had already had an Atari, and he had some unmentionable games.
Oh, he
He
had
had,
games like Custer's Revenge, and I keep asking him, hey, you should check the attic, see if you find that. And so
Oh.
they had a couple of the adults only Atari games, and then
Yeah.
decided, well, I'll get rid of those and give the kids the Atari. And
probably a good idea.
yeah,
Mhm.
I love playing like things like Frogger and stuff. So, but when we got rid of the Atari, because he never really played the Atari with us, it was when we got the Nintendo is when we started playing together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that we're like entering this era that our kids are gaming, but at the same time, like we're also gamers. I don't
We
know that
grew up
there's
gamers,
ever
yeah.
been a time where you'll see people our age really start gaming and the kids also
Yeah.
grow up as gamers. And I have no problem with it, honestly, as long as it's not taking away from anything else. I don't understand why there's like this stigma still that if you're gaming, you're like doing nothing else with your life. Like,
I
I'm
think
sure
the
there's
movies have a
probably
lot
that.
to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
kind of make them
that's
out to
true.
be, if you're an adult and you're a video gamer, you're a stoner or living in your parents' basement or something like that. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, my
But
bad.
you can-
real quick,
you can-
there's a great comment after, which was worse, the Doom Starling in Doom or Shake It Baby from Duke.
it's all nightmare fuel. I don't know.
Nightmare fuel. I love it. Mike Hunter says hi.
Hey,
Mike,
what's up, my
friend
buddy?
of ours.
Mike's a buddy there. Some of the people watching may have seen him on previous videos.
Yeah. Local Mavericks here.
Hello.
Dads and Lads Gaming.
Dad and Lad.
Hello.
No.
You guys.
And this is Alex. This is our kid upstairs.
Hey, buddy boy.
What's up?
And that's what you said. I'm catching up to the chat now. We're always
That's just
far
great.
behind in the
I
chat.
love that.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to
Shake
listen
it,
to a lot of
baby.
Duke Nukem stuff.
What? Shake what? What's happening?
Or, what was your
Oh,
first
8.
game?
My first
Ooh.
game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you wanted to jump onto my first game?
Yep,
Sure.
go right ahead.
Well, honestly, I went with, just to kind of cheat a little bit, I did the Super Mario World and All-Stars combo.
All Stars. Okay.
Because-
Okay.
Super Mario World, holy cow, that's legitimately my favorite 2D Mario game. Absolutely love that game. You know, it just
Yeah.
like swept me into 16-bit. Like my young brain was blown away. It's like this is a video game. Oh my god, I can't believe it. But having grown up playing Mario 1, 2, and 3, and then going through All Stars with like the new backgrounds and everything,
Mhm.
it was incredible. It was like that's how the games were always supposed to be. And I
Aren't
love
there some lost levels on that too? On that?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
So the Lost Levels was the original Mario 2 that only came out in Japan because, you know, we're a bunch of pansies over here and we can't play hard
It was
games.
too hard.
No.
Did you finish
give 'em
it?
Doki
The
Doki
Lost
Panic.
Levels.
But it's really fun mechanics. The different jumping between Mario and Luigi because you would pick who you wanted to play as, and then things like the poisonous mushroom, reverse warp zones that would send you back to a previous stage, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Of course, it messes with you too as a kid. It's like, what? I thought I was warping to World 4. I don't want to go back to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Exactly.
adulthood.
Now,
Take 2 steps forward,
I
3 steps back.
Pretty much.
do believe Super Mario World is still my son's favorite Mario game.
Yeah.
Although I do know he thought Odyssey was pretty awesome.
Yes, he
Maybe
did.
he can, if
Odyssey
he's
was
still
rare.
watching,
Odyssey had some good
pop
music.
it in the comment there. Which one is his favorite?
Alex and I played a night of Nintendo.
Oh, we had somebody sent us a ROM.
Yes.
It's
Uh,
a hack of Super Mario.
Rexer. Rexer sent us 2-player Mario.
Yeah, the first Mario game.
You
But
could play
two-player at the
two-player at the
same
same
time.
time.
Oh, nice. That would have been so
It
handy when I
is-
was a kid.
It is so. That's right.
It
right?
messes you up so bad, though.
It
Oh
does.
my
I'll
god.
bet.
Yeah.
We had a ton of fun with that. Although I think his favorite that we played that night was Paperboy. It's just a game you love to hate.
I
You love it and
Paperboy.
you hate it.
Terrible
But
at
you
it.
get-
but I love that game.
You same here. Same
I
here. You
suck at it,
absolutely hate it.
I don't like because I suck at it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just always
exactly
like to see how many windows I can break.
That's basically what we were doing the entire
Goals.
game. Yeah.
You know, when you brought up
Peter
Mario
saying, "Hey."
Odyssey, funny enough, Super Mario World, I had that game for so long as a kid. I had done absolutely everything in it. And I got to the point where I would take my teeny tiny television, I would turn it upside down and play the game upside down. So when
Wow.
Mario
Tell-
So smart.
Nerd.
when Mario
Did you
Odyssey
tell this
comes
story
out-
before? Because I swear I've heard
Oh, he
it.
tells
may
us a
have.
lot. I make him tell us
like
a
this
lot.
story. But when Mario Odyssey came out, there were moments where you're on the ceiling and you're playing it upside down, and I was like, "Pfft, I've trained for
I
this."
got-
You had a premonition, that's why.
Yeah, see?
You had to be inventive because you didn't have as many games as we all have now.
No, we had
You
like
have
5
one game.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you could trade it with a friend, you could, but you'd hope you'd get something of value because you weren't getting your game back. That was now your game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you just trade it and trade it and trade it. But it's a different world now.
Makes me want to get into a comment. You know, we had a video there. Is retro gaming worth it there? And I can't remember what the question was what we asked, but there was a response video, and they were talking about because of emulation. I said emulation's cheating. If you're using rewinds and save states to get through the game, then you don't beat the game. You finish the game. Good for you. You have a participation trophy. But you didn't beat the game. And then in this video, they were arguing the point that, you know, if they could have had it back then, the technology, they would have put it in. And then while I was watching that, I said, no, they wouldn't have, because I would have beat the game in the first day. And then
been pissed off.
I feel like the gaming industry would have died right there because, you know, we
Yeah.
couldn't afford many games.
No.
Yeah,
And
true.
and I do have one experience of that. The NES game, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade port, there was a cheat code for that. I remember I got that game on Christmas, and I put the cheat code in after a couple hours of playing it to get more lives. And then I beat the game, and I was like, I beat it on the first day, but I kind of cheated, and now it's like, well, that was my Christmas. I was bummed out because I did it that way.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of ruined the memory of that game there, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
true.
that's just, it was a different time. Like, you were meant to play them differently.
You're meant to struggle and put
Yeah.
lots of time into those games to memorize patterns and
Oh,
figure
yeah.
it
Build
out.
character.
A lot of the game developers at the
Exactly.
time too were coming off of making arcade games, so
Yeah.
that same
Quarter
challenge it transferred over to homes. Because let's face it, when you're at home, there's no purpose for a live system in a game. That's specifically for making money. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, no, that's how you make a game. So that's how we made this home game.
Exactly. Mike Hunter saying Odyssey's his favorite Mario game.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Mario
a good
Bros.
one.
3. Lots of love. Mario Bros.
Mario
the
Bros.
Super
3 is mine.
It is a
Mario
great
World is
game.
number 2. It
Yeah.
is a great game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scotty J Retro, question for Do You Nerd? What inspired them to start doing videos on YouTube? That's a
Oh.
great question.
Scotty's asking that because I've been hassling him to start his own.
Yeah.
Ours is a not so romantic, like romanticized answer. It's very comical and down to earth.
Insurance.
Insurance purposes.
We gotta think
That's
about
smart.
it.
You know what?
Worst case scenario, our home burns down. Trying to explain to someone, "Hey, I had a whole bunch of video games." Yeah,
We're
right.
like,
buddy.
yeah, sure, you
It's like,
did.
well, this way now we can show. It's like, actually, no, I'm not trying to get free money.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. You know what? It's a sad story, but our neighbor right behind us had a house fire last week. And
Oh no!
their son lost all his stuff, lost
Yeah.
everything.
Oh,
That's
that's terrible to
terrible,
hear.
yeah.
And
But
he had
Okay, at least.
everybody was safe.
Everybody was fine.
Everybody
yeah.
got out. The animals got out. Everybody was safe.
Good.
But
Like extensive damage. They're going to be 6 to 9 months out of the house. Everything is lost.
Ooh,
their,
that's so
their
terrible.
son was a big retro gamer there, and he lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
That's
rough.
awful.
That is, yeah.
Not to like puff us up or anything, but we felt really bad for him because when our son was going through a lot in grade 3, or not grade 3, grade 5, with the school, we decided to pull him out in homeschool because we just didn't like where his mental state was going. So we're like, you know what, we're going to pull him out in homeschool. I think that's for the best. This family kind of took us in. They homeschool as well because their son had issues in public school, and we wanted to do something. So we gave them our N64 and our two best Mario games because we felt we wanted to help him out. Like he was struggling.
We asked them what's their favorite console because I was willing to give them pretty much
whatever
almost anything in here, right? And he said it was N64, and his favorite games were fighting games and Mario games. So I gave him Super Mario 64 and Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And
Like
awesome.
they're phenomenally amazing people. We were happy to help them. Even
They're
if it
the
was just a little
salt of the earth people.
Yep.
And you know, it's terrible that something like that happens to the good people, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I guess the community is really reaching out.
Oh
to help
yeah, we have a great Facebook group of just in our community, and people have been helping them out, which is like
them. Awesome.
phenomenal. You don't
That's
hear that
very
all
That
the
is
time.
awesome. Yeah.
You know, in
Yeah,
short, that's
but-
kind of how this community is. The way
Yeah.
that the
Yes.
people that we've had the chance to actually talk to, everybody has everyone else's back to such a degree. You know, many times it's
Yes.
phenomenal how they haven't even physically met one another, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the bonds that are there are great.
yeah.
I feel the same way. Like there's so
Uh-oh,
many
we're
people that
frozen.
I'm like, I really want to go hang out with
Mhm.
them in person.
You're good here.
Okay, froze on our end, so it was just like it was a very
okay.
wondering moment because you guys were just frozen and not talking.
You froze
I
a
was like,
couple of times there, and I
they
didn't
really
say
like
anything
that.
because it just goes
Yeah, but
They
we
just
do that
come
on
back.
purpose just to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna. We're all of a sudden we're all gonna.
The mannequin challenge.
See
Poking
that?
at
Oh, it's real funny, guys. Don't move.
I'm too much of a wiggle one. I can't not move. I have to move.
I'm the same. I broke my NES Max controller because of TMNT, the arcade game, and only it had the cheat code. So maybe that's not bad that you had a cheat code.
You know what though? That's the only thing I remember about being disappointed because I cheated to beat the game and then it didn't have the same feeling. So
I cheat on every game now. I'm like, oh, that's too hard. Google, help me out.
Yeah.
Every game. Drinks and games with Josh. Hi, folks. What are you drinking, Josh?
Hello.
We have Mitchell B. Living the dream, Hollywood. How you doing? That's not for us. See?
Yeah, come on, Jen.
I screw this up all the time. It's because I'm getting behind in the chat again.
We got to figure out a system for something that's directed to the channel, like what's going on, and then what's actually directed to people in the chat. Like, I don't know, put something. We thought maybe maybe RR, like Retro Rebels, capital RR at the first of the message, so that it would jump out at us, so that we know that it's a question directed to us.
Super chat,
that's pretty complicated for most gamers, though.
Yeah.
That's your cheat code for this stream. Just think of it that way. It was such a treat coming across both your channels this year. Oh, thanks, Samantha.
Thank you, Samantha.
That's very nice.
There's a password being used in the thingy. Don't give out your passwords.
Okay, I'm way behind on this, so we're just going to move ahead.
Denver Gamer had a comment. Was that to us?
Can we have a handsome man dance off? What's that?
Well, that's
How
not
do you
me.
do
That
that?
would be Dennis and
No, I think that's you, Jen.
I'm a
handsome man, Jen. You're a handsome
Oh, bird.
Dennis?
No.
Do you know
I
what?
am not drunk enough to dance, and there's
You know
not
what?
enough money for me.
We're
to
all.
dance.
Oh, someone needs another
We're all
beer.
empty.
Scott's
Oh,
the
no.
filler guy.
I can go. No, you want to go?
No, I seen how you poured the last one.
You can't be trusted with porn. What I wanted to say right off the start, Lacey, you're our first lady Lacey on Get to Know Gamer. I thought about that earlier when I was putting on my face before I had a face. That I was like, Lacey is our first girl on the show. Well, woman, but I just makes me feel young.
If you look at the retro refresh picture, I'm literally the only girl with a bunch of guys around me. So I'm very used to male-dominated world.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Don't give anyone any ideas to put the Brazers logo on that retro.
We'll leave it up to Mike to do that. He's the leader because he's the oldest. Are you still here?
Dennis is our leader then because he's the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Start
Not so
calling the
much
shots,
the wisest. No, I don't call any shots.
He just takes the
I take shots.
Take
I
shots.
don't call shots.
Okay, I'm going to get this right this time. Gernaldinho.
No,
Place.
Gernaldino.
Your friend.
Just hear this about what?
What?
Is that not true? He says, hello, all. Oh,
Hello, Gernaldino. Did I say that right?
sure, maybe. Why always so late? It's after 12 a.m. here.
You need to move.
Because everybody's
Yeah,
time
really long
zones are
time.
different. That's the
That's
annoying
how
part.
time zones work. Do you know what? Canada is the only place that has a time zone that's like a half hour. That's Newfoundland because they want it to be different.
Nice.
Half hour. They go into
That's
half
not-
They
hour.
go into half hour.
And that is so Newfoundland. We love them, but they are crazy.
That is
Yes.
The
the
Newfies,
Yeah.
Newfies are the best.
You call them Newfies? That's
They're
cute.
Newfies. Yeah, and there's like look up Newfie jokes. They are all over the place. They're funny too.
They are. Scotty J Retro had a great question for y'all. What was your very first game you played? Inquiring minds want to know. Very first game?
It had to be Atari, right?
I was gonna say it has to be either like Frogger or what was the one where you had the guy on the, was it Bomberman? Was he the one at the top of the screen and he dropped
Kaboom.
Kaboom? Yeah, so it was probably either Frogger or Kaboom, I would say. For
Mine
me.
was Rocks and Sticks. No, it was definitely an Atari game.
Same.
I probably couldn't pinpoint the exact game, but chances are Kaboom would have been one of them. Pac-Man on Atari,
Yeah,
for what's
didn't
worth,
play.
and Carnival on
Pac-Man's
Atari.
still awesome.
Yeah, it's
Pac-Man's
not so
still
great
awesome.
on that one.
I need-
Funny thing is we, like I said, we had an Atari and that's what we played. But I can remember when the Nintendo came out because
I love Miss Pac-Man.
But I went to a friend's house down the street and he had this really cool. He's like, I've got this new toy that I got to show you. So I go into his house and he had a Nintendo system, and I didn't really care what was on the screen. I was fascinated by the crooked door on the Nintendo.
Oh,
I went home and told my parents that I have to have this game because it's so cool. It'll totally entertain me. I didn't care about the games. I loved the door. It was a weird crooked door. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
it's crazy what you'll like focus on that.
Exactly.
Have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what it's called. My parents played it a lot. My parents were huge gamers, but they did play the Atari a lot. It's the ones where it moves across the screen and it keeps coming down. And
Centipede.
Is that Centipede?
Centipede.
Yeah.
Yeah, they loved Centipede,
Yeah.
and I know there was a ship one,
Galactica.
Galactica
I
or
think, was the other one.
Galaga.
Galaga.
Galaga. Yeah.
Galaga.
Yeah.
Galaga.
Yeah, we played
Yeah.
a lot of that. That was my first games I played.
I can't remember the one. I have it here. You're on the bottom and you're shooting at aliens, or you're trying to protect the
Space
houses.
Invaders.
Space Invaders.
That's
Right.
Space Invaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours? Sticks and Rocks too?
It was Kick the Can.
Not the bucket.
No, I think mine, when we bought our Atari system, it came with a game called Combat.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You guys remember
Yeah,
that Combat? Like it was all right, I guess, but you were either like you would either fly with a plane or maybe tanks. I can't remember.
Mhm.
We
It
didn't
was
really
all
play
blocks.
much
It
of
doesn't matter. They, it's just like
Yeah.
call. It's like, look, now I'm playing tennis. Now I'm playing
Yes.
hockey. Now I'm playing
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
just which overlay did you put on the TV?
Yeah.
Don Ducky Duck says, just noticed the winged Cuba you
Yes,
have
sir.
hanging from your roof. That's awesome.
Yeah, we
I
have
don't
one
know
of
how.
I couldn't tell.
I can't see anything.
Put your glasses on, old man.
See, this is the abuse I get, but I still
Marcus
come
Holt
here.
is the only newfie in Salisbury.
Yes.
Oh,
Attaboy.
tell us a good newfie joke there, Marcus.
Yes, Marcus,
Tell us a good newfie joke.
give us a good newfie joke.
I
First
just love
game,
that they call them
Pong.
newfies.
Doofies.
That's
Yes,
so
I'm that
cool.
old. What'd you say?
I just love that you call them newfies. It's so cute.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think that's what they call themselves.
they're proud of it.
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe they don't like it.
I didn't
They're
think it
they're
was
all
a
pissed off at
derogatory.
us.
No,
Yeah,
they love it.
maybe.
But like we live in Moncton, New Brunswick, but we're originally from Miramichi, not Dennis. But I have often had people say, "Are you from Newfoundland?" I'm like, "No, we're the Newfies of New Brunswick.
Yeah.
We're from Miramichi. We totally are." Like we
Well,
get
we have an
because of
accent if
the
you haven't
accent.
noticed.
I don't have any
I'll
accent.
bet.
No, it's all right. I'm used to it. I was born in Des Moines, Iowa, and then moved up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I was bordering you guys.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I had your accent for a little while when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It might pop out every once in a while if you talk to you long enough.
Couple drinks in ya.
That's what happens to Scott when he goes to Blackville.
If I go back to my hometown, I'm drinking. Oh yeah.
Like I couldn't understand him when we first started dating, so I knew it was like
It was
love.
perfect. It was perfect. She didn't know what I was saying.
Like,
Have
okay.
subtitles.
Yep.
Pretty much. We totally needed subtitles. We also have, oh man, when Nintendo came out, mind blown. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo was
Oh, yeah.
a game changer.
Mhm.
We got Space Invaders, Centipede, and Galaga are still wins. They are.
I feel like we have a certain age
They're
group
great
here
games.
watching tonight.
and I love
Yes.
Frogger.
Frogger and
Pitfall,
Pitfall.
yes.
We
Or
have-
Pitfall, I guess,
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yes.
Eh? I've never played.
You
that
never
one.
played Pitfall?
No.
Really?
Do you have it?
I
Can we
think
have
I
it?
do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got Pitfall.
It
and
probably
Pitfall
doesn't
too.
cost that much, sir.
No, it's
Yeah,
like $5.
Cubert's not getting any love in here. No one's talking about Cubert.
Cubert's
Right.
awesome.
You know what?
That is my favorite arcade game ever. Anytime we go to an arcade,
Really?
there's a Cubert. I have to play it. I love it. It's usually broken. I mean, someone has already snapped that stupid joystick off and everything.
Yeah.
Cubert
I love Miss
doesn't move,
Pac-Man.
but you
Okay,
gotta
tell
love
us
the
your
very
Miss
first
Pac-Man.
character.
I know where this is going.
No, I don't have to tell you guys.
Okay,
Put it in the
have
comments. Tell people, why do I love Miss Pac-Man?
I have to talk about Mitch R. I just noticed your shirt. I love demons. Please tell me what it is, Mitch.
We got this because Jen shirt herself today.
That's the company. The company that makes it. A friend of ours is called I
So
Shirt
do I.
Myself.
I shirt
And he
myself
gave
also.
us these. He gave us these today. We bought some games, so he's like, "Here's, take some T-shirts."
Can you guys tell what mine is?
No, it looks like a playing
No?
card, kind of.
That's Bruce
I was
Campbell.
gonna say I see a
Okay.
chainsaw, so
I
I'm
was gonna
guessing
say
Ash.
it's very tiny on our screen, so I can't see.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's what she said.
That's what Jen told me.
We're going there,
For
are
me,
we?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, all day. For me, it was Rampage in the arcade.
Oh
Why?
yes, that-
With the
Rampage was actually the very first game we played as a married couple because we had our reception in an
Aw.
arcade. So
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
that is awesome.
yeah, our wedding reception was in an arcade, and I wanted that to be our first game played as a married couple because it was
Is that
two
ever
at the same
cool?
time. So I love Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage is
Rampage.
Rampage.
Question 3: what game made you fall in love with gaming?
Oh goodness,
Ooh.
Me, Jackal.
Jackal.
Jackal. It's a jackal.
Jackal.
It's a jackal. They have no
I-
idea what we just did there. They're like,
No,
Yeah. What?
but you know what? I love that you guys have that like little nuances between you guys because we have that with Marianne. I don't know if you've seen the Netflix series Marianne. It was only one
season.
One season.
Yeah,
Kind of a
but-
creepy, not really scary, but it was a creepy kind of.
Yeah. Well, Scott Marianned me last week, and it sounds better.
No, it was like a couple nights ago.
because
Is
in
that
the
safe
first
to talk
episode,
about?
oh, it sounds bad. But in the first episode, they like she's lying down to go to sleep, and her boyfriend looks at her, and he has this creepy
Yes.
big smile, and it's scary as f. And every time we turn out the lights to go to bed and walk up the stairs, Scott stays at the bottom
I
of the
stand
stairs.
still, and then she's like, "Where are you?"
Don't Marianne
And
me.
she's like, "Go upstairs." So then I'll stop my feet like I'm going up the stairs. Where the fuck are you? I can't hear. Where are
So I
you?
refused to go up the stairs. I refused. On Thursday night, I refused to go up the stairs. I wasn't going up the stairs. And he decided to start running in the water in the
Well,
bathroom.
I went to the bedroom there, and we have a master bath. So I'm waiting behind the door. I'm like, I'm gonna get this little, and then she wouldn't come up. So I'm like, I think she's waiting for me to brush my teeth. So I snuck into the bathroom, turned the water on, ran behind the door again, waited, and I could hear her coming. I'm like, oh. And then the door opens up, and I see her face, and all I go is, boo. And she fucking screamed and swore. And
Nice.
So he Marianned me. That's what we call it.
Okay, I gotta take a break.
You got to pee?
What's the game? What's the game you made you fall in love with gaming? Did you say it yet?
Me?
Yeah.
Nobody cares what you think.
Nobody cares.
Aww.
Nobody cares.
Oh,
I don't
I'm just
know.
kidding.
Maybe
pocket pool?
Pocket Pool. Maybe I was too young. Probably River Raid on Atari.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. It's a good
You
one.
guys
Yeah.
remember River Raid?
Yeah.
That was the only game in history that my dad was better than me and my brother at. My dad actually beat River Raid. Only game
What?
he ever finished. Yeah,
There's not many Atari
Actually,
games that you can actually finish. It's
Wow,
usually just a
you
high
finish
score,
it
right?
in it. You get to the high score and then it starts back at 0.
Oh, okay.
But he actually got back to 0, and my
Okay.
dad was like, "Well, that's it. Well, that's shitty."
That
And then he
game's
stopped playing.
Stupid. Beat that. Made my bitch.
Yeah, but that's what it would be for me. River Raid.
I'm just gonna answer a few more of these, and then
All
we're
right,
gonna
you
move
We
on.
gotta
answer
get on to the
some
next
questions.
game soon.
I
I got
know.
it. Yeah.
Alpha Nerd Entertainment's in the house. How's it going? Happy Saturday, everyone.
What's
Hey,
up?
Alpha Nerd. I saw you on 8-Bits stream. I couldn't stick around long because I had to put a face on, but I did see you there. And we also have Mitch that says, "Get to know gamer is my new favorite Saturday tradition."
Awesome.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry if I missed. I feel I had to skip ahead, and I
It's
hate
getting
it, guys.
difficult to keep up with the chat lately. We like to interact with everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know, maybe somebody can come up with something. Maybe we can pop something up that, I don't know, middle finger emoji. That way we know it's for us. I don't know. Like, start it off like that. I don't
I
know.
liked the RR better. That was a little bit.
Okay. RR at the front of it there.
Okay, let's
Next
move
game,
on
next
with
game.
your second game, Lacey.
Oh, my second game would
See, it was so long she
probably.
forgot it was her turn.
I know. I was like, it's my turn. This is just the Lego series in general. I just grabbed one of them. Basically because it was the first game that we started playing together when we 1st started dating, because he wanted to play a co-op game with me, and he's like, let's try the Lego games. And I always associated those with little kid games. I was like, isn't that like a kiddie game? And he's like, no,
They're fun.
They're
a
fun.
lot of fun. So this is actually the first one we played, and I was like, oh my
Nice.
gosh, that is so much fun. It was
Yeah.
we would 100% them. We would go through and do the free plays.
Oh, yeah.
He learned that if they make lightsabers in real life, I'm never allowed to have one because I would always kill him accidentally with it, because I would just swing it around and he'd get in my way.
That one in River City Girls. It would kill me every time with a volleyball. What the
Anything you can throw, she'll be
You
fighting
know-
a pack of them. Don't worry, Jen, I got you back. Whoa,
I would
wow, hit her right in the
accidentally
middle.
kill him with a lightsaber, but he got me back whenever we would play the Indiana Jones one, because Indy can, if you're a female character, he can throw the whip at you and tie you up and then take you away if you're the female character. And he would do that all the freaking time. I'd be like running off doing something, and he'd whip me.
And put the blocks to you?
Yep.
I just hope someone popped into the stream at that moment. He would do that all the time. I'd
would
be doing
whip
something
me!
and he would just.
And he'd tie me up and take me away.
Now, I loved the Lego Batmans the best, and then there was a
all the
Lego
outfits.
Avengers, right?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
there's several actually.
me and my son played so many of those
You
Lego
did.
games, but I really loved the Batman games, and I think the Avengers one was like a
Yeah,
second favorite.
there's Marvel, there's Lego Marvel, and then there's
Is that
the
what I'm
Lego-
thinking of?
Well, there's,
Oh, is there two
there's
different
There's
both, though,
both.
yeah.
There's both, because I think there's 2 Lego Marvel ones, aren't there?
I honestly
And then
can't
there's 2
remember.
Lego.
They're
There's
all
2
over
Lego
the-
Avenger ones. I mean, there's tons of them. But we've played
See-
every single one that has come out, and full 100% of them, and there's so much.
I probably played maybe 10 games or something. I felt like I played them all at the time, but we haven't touched one now in like
Yeah.
A
He's moved
while,
on to
a
like
while,
Rust.
yeah.
He plays Rust on Steam. It's his favorite game.
No.
If I see him on Discord, it says Alex Rust. That's it. All the time. I'm gonna get back to Gernaldinho, and he said I said it right, so you're wrong.
You said it right.
I said it right.
Ah.
But look at Alex finally listening to his parents. Middle finger emoji, favorite console chat.
Of course, he's gonna do that.
Awesome. That's my boy.
Well, that's the number
Oh,
one.
my favorite. Are we talking favorite console per generation or favorite console all time? Because that would be way harder to pick.
Mm.
Not
Yeah.
for me.
No.
Let's think about it. Let's
Keep
go
going
to
down
another
the
game.
Okay,
No, you missed
Gernaldinho.
Oh, I missed it.
The Lego game.
Oh, we're talking about Lego.
But
Yeah.
best Lego game. Now he wants to
Star
know.
Wars. Star Wars,
That
best Lego
was-
game.
Harry
that was the
Potter.
game. Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Harry
What
Potter
is-
ones were my favorite.
Best Lego
Yeah, they were
game.
pretty
Oh
fun.
no,
actually.
I really
Batman?
like the Batman
Yeah.
ones. Yeah. I don't remember which one was my favorite. now, but I
Batman.
love Batman.
Lego.
2 or 3 was awesome.
Yeah,
where
I
they
can't
had
remember
all
which
the
one.
other superheroes in it.
Yes. Must have been
Mhm,
2.
Yeah,
It might have been 2,
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
probably my favorite. I love the Batman.
but still
that was
Star
a-
Wars.
yeah, that one's fun.
Aw. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad, my 3-year-old is really into superheroes and Lego games, so even though it's hard for him, he still likes to try and play it with me. That's so
awesome.
Cute.
Yeah, they're
That is
great
so
games to
cute.
play with
Great,
kids,
because
too.
you don't
Oh,
die.
yeah.
You just disassemble
Yeah.
and then reassemble.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I used to play all the time with my kids.
Yeah.
Star Wars and Batman. And
Now they're too cool
There
for
was
you.
an Avengers one, wasn't there?
Yes.
And she said there was a Marvel one. I don't know. I don't know if
Yes.
I don't feel like I played both of them. I don't know which one I played.
Yeah, I pretty much played them all. Maybe not the recent ones, but I think they're done with the Legos. I think.
Maybe.
Are
I don't
they?
know.
I don't think they'll
I
ever be
hope
done with that.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Doc Sportello says Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb.
I don't know.
I don't know that you guys got that one, or maybe you did, but we went
Is
on
that a
a
Lego game?
spree of just getting
Oh.
Lego games.
The Indiana Jones was fun. Lego.
I
Yeah.
remember having any of
The first
Jones
one.
ones.
Scotty Doe. Been good man. Oh, never mind. That's not for us. Hi.
See, when I see that, I want to say Scotty Doo.
Scotty
Like,
Doo?
Scotty
Scotty
Doo.
Doo.
No,
Like
that's
in.
Scotty Doo.
Billy
in,
Doe.
Got it out.
From
Scotty
Austin
Doo.
Powers. Scotty
Yes.
Doo.
Exactly.
Scotty Doo.
We watched that so many times that I was like, you need to move on, Scott. You need to.
Got it on.
Aren't they talking about
Question
doing
number-
another?
Oh. Can
They've talked about that for years.
They've been
But they are
talking
talking about
Scotty
another Ventura
have you
movie.
guys ever seen Euro Trip?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh! It's been
Scotty
a
doesn't know.
long time.
I laughed my butt off. Who was the guy that sang that there?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I laughed my butt off.
It
That
was
song
like,
catchy.
yeah, it was. Yeah, you just like it because your name is Scott. Question number 4. What is the worst, most disappointing game you've ever played? Mine is NHL 94.
Oh,
He's
whoa.
just kidding, though.
I'm almost done here.
Oh, no.
I'm almost done.
worst disappointing game. I'm gonna say, and this will be a spoiler for one of our next videos, is because I can't remember anything that I played in the past. But this was a game I played in the past, but then played it again recently, and it was so disappointing in how bad it was. It just blew me away. I couldn't play more than a couple hours of it. It was Blood Rain, the first Blood Rain game on the original Xbox. I put it in here a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
after we had Pac-Man Case on the Get to Know Gamer, and then somebody had asked us about it, and I said I remember liking it when I played it way back then, and then he's like, "Oh, it's pretty bad now." I said, "Yeah, I feel like it doesn't age well," but I put it in a couple weeks ago, and oh, it's horrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad. It didn't age well back then, let alone now.
I just play awesome games, so I have no disappointing games.
You know, there's probably been quite a few. One of the first that comes to mind is the Bouncer for PS2. I believe it was, if it wasn't a launch title, it was super close to the beginning. But I always liked beat 'em up and brawler games, and I loved Square Enix at the time, or maybe they were still Squaresoft, just Squaresoft. But anyway, the idea that they were doing a fighting game or a brawler game, I was so thrilled. It looked so cool and everything I saw, and the game was horrible. You would have like a super long loading scene. You'd fight 3 people, and they'd be like, "We got to catch this train." And you'd have like a cinematic, but you had to load for the cinematic. You watch the cinematic, load after the cinematic. There starts the fight. You do the fight. You load to another cinematic. It's like, oh my gosh, I just want to play.
And the game wasn't even that long, right?
No, it's really short. Just,
it's a really short game.
If you cut out all the loading times, it's super short.
5 minutes a game, 6 hours of loading screens. That's That kills me when there's too many loading screens. I'm done. Like I can't do it either. I don't know.
I don't care.
I skip them.
I don't care. As long as
to
the
be a
game's
really
worth
good
it,
story,
I
though.
don't care what kind of loading screens. It doesn't bother me right now.
Just get on your phone.
But I like the older games though, too, and that was a common thing, right? Loading screens.
Second Avengers Lego game came out a while back, by the way. Dad.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Dad. I had to let you know that you were wrong.
Well, I didn't say I played it yesterday.
Here we go. He's choosing to do one of these instead of one of the other things. Tom Lacey, who wins Godzilla versus Kong?
You know,
Godzilla.
I think Kong has the heart, but you know, up against Godzilla, I gotta give it to the King of Monsters.
Godzilla's a monster.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not cuddly.
So Kong is kind of
Kong is cuddly.
I don't know if I want to cuddle up against Kong.
I'd cuddle up against Kong.
don't knock it till you
It's
try.
okay.
Come
He
on.
likes
He
girls.
likes the ladies, though. He likes
So
the
we're
ladies.
cool.
Exactly. We're fine. You, not so much, but that's fine.
Mm.
Dizzy the Gamer said, "Do you nerd? Glad I caught y'all live."
Oh, we're glad too. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thanks for joining us. That's awesome. Okay, Tom, let's get on with your second game because I'm so far behind in the chat. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry,
all right.
guys.
Let's go with
Hey, gamer.
the
Oh, back in
original
the day, gamer. Hey.
Oh, hey, Tony, what's up? Not
Dragon Warrior.
Dragon.
So, this
now
was
we're
the
talking
game-
my language.
This got
Did you
me
play that
into role-playing games, even though when I
Yeah.
first played it, I was awful at it. I didn't fully understand the mechanics of leveling up and all of that. So
Yeah.
I got my ass handed to me so many times in this game, but I always went back because I was just enamored with the idea of having this huge, you know, at the time, kind of an open world to explore. And there are all these dungeons you can go into and all these mysteries that you're trying to figure out. I absolutely loved it. And I got hooked
Yeah.
on anything that was
Oh,
a role
yeah.
playing after that.
I just
Yeah.
like
No, right off the get-go in that game, it's all about leveling up.
Yeah.
You can't just go and there's a dungeon there. You get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
You have to just, hover around the local town, gather up your experience points, and go up, buy all the best items, buy all the best weapons, and then you might have a chance in the dungeon.
Where's my car in the conversation? He
Yeah,
loves.
he does.
Dragon War.
Yeah.
The Thumb brothers are here. FF Mystic Quest was the beginner's RPG. I thought it had rocking soundtrack.
That's probably the game I needed back in the day to get me into RPGs a little better.
Yeah.
It would have been.
I've never even
would have
tried it.
been a lot
Hey,
nicer.
Tom, when's the last time that you played through Dragon Warrior?
Dr. Gamer Brando loves it.
About 2 years ago, I actually got the port that they put on mobile phones, so it has kind of a 16-bit graphical overhaul to it, and they've done some quality of life improvements. It's a little more scalable to how you play, but it's still a lot of fun. And honestly, since it's a role-playing game, it works well on a mobile phone, like a touch screen, since it's not like Twitch gaming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mitch wants to know, since you got hooked on the first, did you stick with Dragon Warrior series? Still play the current ones?
Yes, I've played up through 8. The exception being, I think, was it 5 and 6 initially didn't get a release here. So 1 through 4, 7, and then 8. And I very excitedly got 11 when it finally came out on Switch because I thought, I can, play that and not hog the TV. But I've kind of been afraid to jump into it because the people I hear talk about it say it's fantastic, but then they also start dropping that 100 hours of gameplay in there, and it's like
that scares me off.
That
scares you after we played Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I know, that's the funny part.
How long did we take to play that game?
Oh, I don't know.
Like 3 years.
Look at this.
Pretty sure. That thing, we literally, I think, combed every single rock on every single island in that game.
But the
you guys love it that much that you just had to? Like, you had
it's
to
just
make
that
sure
big.
you had...
Kind of, yeah.
It's a great game. It's beautiful, but it's also just that big. I mean, it was huge. And then the DLC took forever, too.
Yeah. Jumping back to Dragon Quest and the Dragon Warrior series, kind of a fun little fact is some of the games are somewhat linked. Like the first 3, they're kind of their own trilogy. There are things that happen in the third game that heavily reference things that happen in the first game and so on. And I believe 4, 5, and 6 are the same way. So I always thought that was kind of neat because it carries over those elements. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
We did a no-buy February here.
Yeah.
And I missed out on Dragon
I'm
Warrior
actually glad
3.
that month is over.
Yeah, I
Oh,
missed
yeah.
out on Dragon Warrior 3. It
It's
was at
getting
one of our
real
local
over here,
stores.
though. That's the problem. Because
Oh, we
today
spent
was
all our money
spendy.
on our merch.
Spendy. Samantha's saying, I'm playing Mystic Quest now and find it charming. What else do we have here? It might just be me, but I bought FFMQ thinking it was going to be more like Final Fantasy game, but not.
You know what? There's not many RPG games because I don't like the turn-based combat. Like if it's an action RPG, I'll give it a try. So I haven't really dove into RPGs a whole lot. Some people say the Parasite Eve, the first one's an RPG. I don't know if it is, but I also like Secret of Mana. But past that, I haven't really tried a whole lot.
Yeah.
Well, I've tried some, but if it's turn-based, I can't play more than a few hours. I just don't like turn-based. It's just me.
Tell Tom the story about Dragon Warrior and Phil with the manual. Do you remember?
Oh, well, you tell him.
No,
because
you
it's
tell
your
him.
manual.
No, you tell him.
No, nobody tell them
All
like
right,
that.
nobody's going to tell the story. Anyway, Dennis has a bad habit of giving me all his stuff. And he had Dragon Warrior, the manual, and was it Zelda?
I think so, yeah.
Was it the manual? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the manual,
the instruction
right?
manual there.
The instruction manual that goes with the game. And he brought them over and they were on the shelf here, and we were having one of our little get-togethers, and Phil was one of the people over here, and he said, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, Dennis gave it to me there." And then he was telling us he's got like a really good conditioned box.
Yeah.
He has a really good game. He has everything. He said, "I don't have the manual." I'm like, as well, Dennis, if you don't care, you give it to him. They complete his game.
Yeah,
it
why
doesn't really
not?
mean that much. It doesn't mean anything to me, really. But
Yeah.
for him, we gave it to him, and he was just like, "Holy
kid on
crap!"
Christmas
There, he's
is
like,
like,
"Oh
"Oh,
wow," you know,
Yeah.
just blown away.
Oh, yeah. Well, they gave him the complete game. He had the box, the game. All he needed was the instruction manual, and he was like, like the Holy Grail. He's
Dennis
looking at
takes
it.
care of his stuff, so he
Nice.
was
Oh
Perner
my
Mint. He was
God.
Perner
Does
Mint.
he ever? Does he ever?
Did you have
I
the
still don't-
card in there too? It was about the
I don't
same
remember.
size as the manual.
No, I don't think the card was
it's
there.
like
It was
a
just the
level up
manual.
card.
Way to burst their bubble.
Oh,
I wasn't trying to burst any bubbles.
Like,
I was
oh,
just-
There was
guess
a
what?
shitty
It's not
story.
complete.
sorry,
You didn't-
Phil, it's not
You
complete.
didn't have the styrofoam in there. Did you have the styrofoam? Because without that, it's not complete.
I don't know what he did.
Goddamn styrofoam.
I was just, you know, there's something at the bottom here. Let me get
You
that.
better finish that drink up.
Now, Lord, okay, I have to try to say this.
Oh, good luck.
Lord Zabalba? Is that how they say it? Tell me if I'm right.
Zabalba!
Zabalba. You sent me a link to try to pronounce his name, and then I forgot to look at it. What games have you sunk the most hours into?
Well, that's easy for
Mine's
me.
Skyrim.
Mine is
Mine's
Animal
definitely
Crossing.
Skyrim. Animal Crossing?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
there's a big Animal Crossing cult following. Oh my God, people love Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I even have
I
a
never
T-shirt
played
that
it.
says "I survived the quarantine by playing Animal Crossing," and it's an Animal Crossing.
Awesome.
You know what? I'm bad for not really sinking huge hours into anything because I don't play RPGs and stuff. But the Spider-Man on the PS4, I
That was a
pretty
good
much everything I
game.
could do in that. I
Yeah.
loved that game.
Oh,
That was
You
such
did,
a
I-
great
So
game.
much fun.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed
I-
Black Cat in that game. They did a really good job with Black Cat in that
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
What'd you
Even-
think of the new one, or have you played Miles Morales?
I haven't played
I have
it
not
yet.
played Miles yet.
Okay,
I want to though. I really,
It's
really
a
want.
great game. It's
it's a
just
great
short.
game.
It should have
But,
been DLC, not a game.
It should have been DLC.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what?
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna. Sorry to step on your toes there. I feel like it's gonna be like a stepping stone to something much better because they didn't do Miles Morales enough justice there. Because I don't know if you guys read the comics or not there, but
I do.
They could
I
have
do.
did so much more. They coulda
Yeah.
did so much more with it.
I sunk the most amount of hours into Skyrim,
Yeah.
and I
I
could
can see
probably
that.
play
See that.
more.
That's a
Skyrim.
good
I
one
can see
too.
that.
Yeah. There's,
Yeah. Or The Last of Us too. That was
No.
well for me.
I only put
that's what I'm
30
saying.
hours into that.
30 hours is still a big game for me because when you think about it, I just got started
You
gaming
just
probably about a
started.
year and a half ago. Really started gaming. So I'm discovering new games.
Like
all
I
the
don't
time.
know how many hours I put into some of my NES games. I have no idea. I have no idea of tracking that there. Like,
That's true.
holy crap! I may have put over 100 hours in just playing the same Double Dragon 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's kind of
when
how I
back
feel.
then you only
Yeah.
I only had one game, maybe 2 games in the run of a year, and I just played it over and over and over and over.
That's
Yeah.
true. Do you have one?
No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Avengers?
No,
No?
we're talking baseball.
Oh,
Baseball.
baseball. He just goes nuts.
No, I'm just stupid crazy. for
Balls deep
baseball.
in that one.
No,
Baseball's deep in that one.
not touching that one.
Okay, we're gonna do another.
Question number 5.
We're gonna do another game before we get to question number
Yeah,
5.
let's do another game.
Let's
Yep.
do another game. I don't know whose turn it is.
I think it's my turn. My
Yeah.
turn.
Yes.
So basically, pretty much any of the Telltale games. Telltale
Oh.
games. It's so hard to say. Telltale games. Get real
It is hard to say.
But like
Kind of
Wolf
a-
Among Us was my favorite. I absolutely loved that one because
We
I'm
have
more
it
of
here and I
a
haven't
story
played it.
person. Huh?
Yes.
We have it here, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is amazing. It's like comic book looking. It's really awesome.
Ooh.
Well, it is
I'd
based
like
on
that.
Nice.
It is based off of the comics, the
Fables.
Oh, nice.
Fables.
The-
DC Fables.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I should probably try that then.
But
have you played Detroit Become Human?
I have not yet. It's on the list. It's
Play it. If you enjoy that, you'll like it's
Well, you never
different,
tried
but
that
it's
I
game,
really do
No,
want to. We
but I
even
know
bought
what
it. We
she's
buy
talking
so
about.
many games and just haven't played them. But I
Same.
love stories.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more of a story person, which is why Tom is more of the
Yeah.
gamer than I am, because I love to just sit back and watch the games and not be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally. I get stressed out just watching him play the game. So when I have to play the games, I get really stressed out. But the Telltale games, has that wonderful story aspect to it with a little bit of
Yes.
gameplay in there. And I really do like what you choose to do really affects the story and the outcome and everything like that.
yeah.
So-
I like that stuff.
It's just so much fun. And to me, playing games are supposed to be fun and relaxing, not super stressful. So I don't like games that I'm angry by the time I'm done playing it because I'm angry when I come home from work. I don't need to play a game to get more angry,
Yeah.
You're so angry.
That's,
Well, that's how
same here.
the evil within is making me feel, but I love it at the same time. I don't know, I'm a survival horror girl, all day. But you get burnt out of it, and that's those games
Yeah.
are really those story Telltale games are fantastic for
They
that.
are, and there's
I
a
love
lot
them.
of them,
I love
too.
them.
Yeah.
There is
I
a lot of them.
The Walking Dead one was
Mhm.
another one that I really
Yes.
enjoyed.
I was
yeah.
gonna
We
say The
have all of
Walking
those,
Dead.
and I still
yeah.
haven't
We
played
touched
them.
there,
Yeah.
I
You
played
have
the
to.
first, I guess weren't they in chapters or whatever?
Yes.
I played the first chapter
Were there
and
seasons or chapters?
seasons or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
The Back to the Future one was a lot of fun. They brought back some of the voice actors. I guess
Mhm.
it was not a cartoon, but they brought back some of the original actors
Oh,
for
did they?
for that one. The original Jennifer.
Nice.
They brought back.
The story for the Back to the Future game as well. It's basically Back to the Future 4. If you've ever wanted a fourth one, this
really
one.
good.
Oh.
You know what?
cool.
I started
The
that.
voice actor for Marty was amazing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had put that. I just tried it out because I think it was a free game there on Xbox Gold or something at one point. And so I have it here. I have a digital copy. And I just
It's
tried it
really
here
good.
one day.
Yeah,
I never
Oh, nice.
put more than I don't even know if I put an hour into it. But it looked cool.
Yeah, it is.
Do you guys
it is-
ever go into your game room and get so stressed out trying to pick a game to play? I do that all the time. And you're missing all these great games that you could be playing right now, but you have so many of them. I just don't know how you choose to how to
Sometimes,
start a new game.
A lot of times we will take, suggestions that people have given us. Like if someone
Yeah.
just kind of pops up and they're like, "Oh, hey, you were playing that. You should really check this one out."
Yeah,
So what we might do is actually go pull that off the shelf and set it to a side. Well, we've got a stack of 4 or 5 games. That'll usually be the next. Okay, I want to start a new game. Let's start with these. Which one should I play of these?
Yeah.
It helps.
That's a
good
smart
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are like us, but if you buy a new game, like a new old game, that luster of that new game coming in usually wins over anything you already have on the shelf. So sometimes I'm like, oh, look what we just brought home.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite game. It's going to go on my console if I'm not playing anything right now, which is in February. That was hard because we weren't buying anything. And I'm like, what the hell do I play? And I came down here and sat here for an hour trying to figure out what to play. And then I ended up playing nothing.
Yeah.
Because of that.
I know I've done that. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to play it. And then I'll come down and I start looking around and I'll grab something totally different.
Yep.
Play it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the problem. Like it's a great problem to have.
It's a great problem.
But it's a problem.
The other problem is if you start going across the shelf, you're like, okay, I need to play a new game. You know, what am I going to play? Wait a minute. I love this game. I'm going to play this one.
Let's revisit this
Yeah.
one.
Let's revisit.
Well, that's what I'm going to do with the Devil May Cry. Then.
Yeah.
Like, I had played it years ago when it came out, but I
No.
watched her.
In an HD one, that's different.
It's a new game.
It's different, right?
On a
Well, I was
different-
watching her and I was like, shit, I don't remember much of that. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I played the
It's been
HD
such a long
one.
time.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
I loved it. I can't believe that every time I start a new game, I constantly say, I can't believe I missed this game, but I'm getting to experience
And
it.
the Devil May
Yeah.
Cry is not a long game either,
No.
which is also good.
It is.
And I can jump into
It's
it
great.
and play it in a few days and be done, and then go on to my next one. That's better than like somebody telling me, "Yeah, you really got to play this game." Well, how long is it? Oh, it's 100 hours. I'm like, ugh.
That's a daunting task when you hear
100 hours.
100
is.
hours.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you hear, oh, it's a 9-hour game. Hey, sure, I can pop that in, finish it off in a week.
Okay, I'm going to answer Scotty J. Retro's question. Question 5. What game based off a comic book character is your favorite if you have one? Mine would be Batman for NES. I'm not going to answer, actually. I'm just going to ask
Yeah,
it and
mine-
then let you guys answer it.
Mine's
I don't know.
Spider-Man. That new Spider-Man, well, it's not new anymore, but the Spider-Man game on the PS4 was my favorite superhero game. Now, I haven't played the new Avengers game, and you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that new Avengers game is. I enjoy it. Some people might say it's a little broken, but just running in and beating the crap out of some bad guys, I can do that all day.
I'm sure I would have an answer to this once I've played some more games.
Jen's got to play
I
more
would
games.
probably
Yes,
say
definitely
the
more.
Spider-Man one.
You know, I think Spider-Man really does it justice.
It
The
does.
newer Batman games, you really feel like
Oh.
Batman. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance games were always
Those
really
are
fun.
awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just
Yes.
too.
for fun, I always really liked X-Men Mutant Apocalypse on Super Nintendo. It was a Capcom game, so the way the characters look, they had nice large sprites, great animation and everything. You used your mutant powers in the same way you would in a fighting game like Street Fighter, so it'd be like, down to forward and an attack button. And there was something about it, especially back in the day. It really felt
Now-
like a well-done comic book game.
Did you
Yeah.
like, I think if I remember the title of the game correctly, is it like War of the Gems? Did you like that one?
Yeah, I thought it was fine actually. I mean, it's nothing
Yeah.
like super special or anything, but it was a great
Yeah.
beat 'em up, and having like
Yeah.
Avengers characters to play as, especially back in the day. I mean, in the '90s, I was so
Well, I'm going right after you then.
that anything that I could play
You
that was
made him
comic
leave.
based. Oh,
You know,
He
I
just
went
got
to
up and walked away.
I'll say jumping back to the to me it's still the new Spider-Man to me. I don't care. It's still new
Yes,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But-
yeah.
Honestly, I love the Spider-Man series. I read the comics and everything like that. That game actually gave me my favorite Spider-Man suit. I fell in love with the white spider on
Oh,
and
yeah.
that suit, like his first suit he had with the white spider on it. That's actually now my favorite Spider-Man outfit. And so anything that has that Spider-Man on it, I love.
Yeah.
And actually that Spider-Man transitioned and now he has his own comic. So
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet. I haven't read that one then.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite Spider-Man suit. I tried a few of them.
You did. I
When it
saw
came
how
to the
many
Miles
you tried.
Morales one, I stuck to the original suit.
you-
I had that once I got that. I was no, that's Miles
That's my
Morales.
suit.
Yeah.
did you ever play with the clone oh crap, I totally just now blanked on the name. The Spider-Man suit, the clone suit. What was his name?
Ben Reilly.
Ben Reilly's suit. Did you play with that suit?
Probably. I had them all unlocked. I tried them
Yeah.
all.
It was funny because they incorporated a little bit of each of the characters in the suits. So since Ben Reilly was a little crazy in the head because he wasn't quite right, he would talk to himself and say weird things when he was just kind of swinging through the. So it was kind of a neat little Easter egg.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
It was
Maybe
really
I didn't
fun.
use it.
You'll have to pop it back in and see.
Another
Yeah.
Easter egg is Jameson would often pop in base and talk about the suit that you were wearing at the time because he was giving me so much hell when I was playing as a Punk Spider-Man.
Yeah, you liked playing as Punk Spider-Man. That was a fun outfit. I loved the outfits. They were fun.
Now,
Yes.
Scotty mentioned the Batman NES game. That's got to be in my top 5 NES games, and I still haven't beat the damn thing yet. But I will. Trust me.
Great music in that game too, especially
Oh,
for an NES
yeah.
game. Like it
Yeah.
really sticks with you.
I got to beat the Turtles first, and then shortly after that, I'll probably have to tackle the Batman.
Yeah. Hollywood saying Marvel Heroes 6,000 hours.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
6,000 hours. That's a lot of hours.
Fucking trooper there.
We got Gibb said hi. Hey Gibb.
Hello.
All right,
Good
my turn.
evening.
You must be wearing a fucking Depends, are you?
Oh, I was gonna say, Scott.
I have a catheter for this live stream.
Pamela Anderson's in there right now. She saved me from drowning.
I gotta go see this.
Alex is saying 30, 100. I spent 2K on Unturned.
Oh wow.
He did. He lost.
Is he
that game.
even 2,000 years old? 2,000 hours old?
I don't know. I'm not one of those like hippie tree hugger parents that are like, my kid's 1,800 months old. Like, no, he's almost 14.
Oh, that's me to a T.
Yeah.
No.
There was a comedy special that's, I don't know who it was. He's like, I don't trust parents that know how old their kids are in months. I don't know who that was, but it was awesome.
It's
Guys,
always
we miss
It
a
does
lot
seem
of.
kind of creepy.
yeah. It's like I used to always say, like, if the child can come up to you and ask for the boob, you need to wean them.
Yes. Do you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I missed a lot of comments. We got Pac-Man in here. I didn't even notice you, Pac-Man.
Hey, Pac-Man, what's
What's
up,
up,
bud?
Hello. What you going
Sorry,
for?
guys. We're skipping ahead. Okay.
You want anything?
I have the best Alex story ever.
Okay.
Okay. So Alex was probably about 6 years old, and it's on the whole breastfeeding situation. I didn't breastfeed till Alex was 6, by the way, just off the bat. We were at a birthday party, and he was sitting on my lap, and he had his head rested against my shoulder. He was getting tired. And he says out loud at the birthday party, "It looks like I'm breastfeeding." I'm like, please, never say it ever, because you know that's true to somebody, and I don't want people to think that's me.
We're talking Alex stories. My favorite Alex story is when he was probably 2, and he just loved raspberries. And she took him to the grocery store, and he's sitting in the shopping cart there, and then she picks up this big package.
He'd
of
only ever seen raspberries in the little size like that.
And he was so excited. He's, "Oh, Mom, I'm going to eat the fuck out of that."
Yeah, I'm gonna eat the fuck out of those raspberries. At 2, almost 3 years old, I'm like, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it
Yeah.
wrong.
You were judged that day.
I was judged. I couldn't help but stifle a little bit of laugh because I'm like, you used it correctly, but you probably shouldn't say that. But you're 3.
Yeah, but how many
Not
times
even-
as a parent do you, like, your kid is doing something that you know that you have to discipline, but yet you're still laughing at it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh
you're
my
just
God,
kinda
all the time.
one of these
Yep.
things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, in public. Yeah.
And I get that all day long with my daycare kids. Like, they'll say something off the wall, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't laugh at you because your parents would probably think that's not right. But I'm trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but
I'll
see, you're
laugh
not
'cause
the
I'm
parent,
not
so it's
working.
okay.
so I can just laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just laugh at it and be like, I'm not raising
Yeah.
you. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh. Pickle?
Pick flip.
Pick flick? I was
What?
going to say that wrong.
Pick
flick.
Pick flip.
What's one game you guys are actively searching for? I'm putting out a video on a Grail series I'm selling some games for.
Ooh.
Whew, that's a toughie.
I'm in the Xbox area. I will definitely tell you that. The OG Xbox. I'm actively looking for the Fatal Frames on the Xbox.
But also obscure.
Obscure. There's so many of them that it's just obscure, like Outrun 2000 or 2006. That's But that's me. I'm like actively collecting for the Xbox this year.
Yeah. What about you guys? Is there anything that you need to have in your collection?
You know, for years, I've actually been looking for a copy of Terranigma. It was a game that only came out in Japan and in PAL regions. There was a video game company called Enix. They put out a couple of games, including some RPGs. There was an unofficial trilogy with Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma. We never got Terranigma over here in the States, so I've always wanted to get that one. Since it came out in PAL regions, it's been translated and everything. They just never released it here.
Now, have you seen a copy of it and were tempted to get it, but you just didn't
Not
bite
here.
on it?
I've never seen a copy of it here. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
No.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm loving this question right here. Question for the panel. In the spirit of gamer or collector, are you more of a modern gamer or a retro gamer?
I'm a retro gamer.
Modern?
I would say I'm modern because I prefer story, and there's just I mean, there was story, but you had to read it and
not
figure
like
it
you
out.
have now.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I like beautiful games that give me a beautiful story. And
Yep,
you know,
I agree.
I still
I
love
say
the
retro because, like, you know, the original Xbox, and people even consider the 360 now retro. I have so many of those games that's what I mostly play because you can get them dirt cheap now, right?
Yeah.
So I wait for modern games to go down in price before I really jump on them, unless it's something I really want, you know?
Yes, yeah. I don't know that there's any value to really buying a game unless you have to play
Day
it
one.
as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot
we're
of
looking
times
behind
I
you.
look
You
at-
got lots of games. So
I look at what it's coming out with. That's what determines
Yes.
whether I buy a game brand new.
Yeah.
Like if it comes with, you know, the only time you can get the DLC or this special thing with it or an actual physical thing, then I will get it day one. But and some things I'm very glad we did because we actually got the Resident Evil on a whim because of the cool looking stuff with it. I was like, sure, let's get that. And then apparently it's
Super
worth a lot
jealous.
of money now that we didn't realize.
Yeah,
So-
I never would have thought of it.
Yeah.
yeah, we were digital back then. We didn't have a
Yeah.
collection back then. So when we got that day one digitally.
Yep.
And still to this day, we don't have a physical copy of
I know.
Resident Evil Biohazard.
Isn't that crazy? How many times have we played it here?
You don't have the copy?
I know. I
No.
have it digital.
You guys suck.
I know. Isn't that crazy though?
We have Mitchell B saying Skies of Arcadia on GameCube at a reasonable price. We actually have that one.
No.
No?
I have it on the Dreamcast.
Oh, that's true. We have it on the Dreamcast, not the GameCube. Pac-Man wants to know, what is the most disappointing system in your opinion?
Ooh, this is a can of worms.
That's a can of worms.
Disappointing system. Oh,
Virtual Boy.
you know, I never.
All
I
14
still haven't
games.
even. I still never even touched that thing. I'm gonna go with modern consoles, and I'm gonna say Xbox One. And that's weird
What's
because
the-
I
the
love my
comments? It's
Xbox
like-
Series X.
Yeah, we're losing subscribers.
Oh, I know. I piss people
Just
off there.
the counters go. brrrr.
But you know what? When you go by generation, if I had to pick consoles per generation,
Yeah.
my PS4 Pro kicks the shit out of my Xbox One. But I play my Xbox Series X more than I play my PS5.
Yeah.
If a couple years from now, maybe it'd be different. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about
I'm
you? What's
looking
the most
around.
disappointing console?
Disappointing. You know, honestly, I would probably say the Wii U because it was such a cool console and they put out some really great games for it, but Nintendo had like zero faith in it. They didn't push it
because
properly,
it was
mark
the
it
beta
properly.
Switch.
But yeah,
We know all this.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
beta version of the Switch.
I love the gamepad,
Yep.
but it really should have had the versatility that the Switch has.
Yeah.
You know, that should have been in the Wii U. It's one of those. It's a mid-tier system that I don't think got it a full chance, but you know, it wasn't ready for it.
The
either.
Wii U should have been a gamepad for the Wii. It should have been an addition
That
to
would
the
have
Wii.
Yeah.
that would have been smart.
That's a good
and a
idea.
little bit longer range would have been nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Yes.
get like 15 feet away from it.
No.
It cuts out. Yeah.
We have Waves and Games looking for Fusion Frenzy right now, trying
Oh, yeah.
not to get it on eBay. Yeah, Fusion Frenzy's out there. That's
you can
that's a
find
pretty
that.
good one to get.
Yep.
We have Samantha saying Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for me. Also, your Xbox videos added a few to my list. Would also like Kid Dracula for the Famicom.
Ooh, good pick.
Oh, I know what that is. Yeah.
I love Famicom
We
games.
have Waves and Games saying Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
Peter, did you get a chance to
I don't
play the
think
Virtual
we had
Boy?
the Virtual Boy when he was here. I think we got it after.
I
he-
have never even tried a Virtual Boy. I
You're
think I've
not
only ever
listening.
seen it once.
Come on over. Come on.
Oh yeah. All right.
It's
I'll
a
bring the beer.
very nice black and red headache.
I know what it is. Yeah.
Headache.
yeah.
I've got the AC power brick, so you can play as long
It's
as you
so
want.
portable, man.
Oh,
It's
as long
so
as you
portable.
can.
The whole
You can
30
take
minutes
walks
you
with
can
it. It's great.
Ah.
Drinks
Don't
and
take
Games
a
with Josh is saying a complete copy of Earthbound would be my grail. We actually had it here in Moncton.
It's still here. The big box version.
Is it still here? I thought they sold it because I didn't see it today.
Oh, I didn't
'Cause
check
they-
today.
It was originally $1,500 Canadian, which is
Yeah.
like $4.87 American, but they marked it down to $11.50.
Oh, was it down that low?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
$11.50.
It was
so I feel like it
pricey there
went.
first. It sat there. Oh,
You know-
going on probably 6 months.
Yeah,
What
I
really
did.
stinks is if you look at the big box of Earthbound, all the stuff that comes in it, other than like, you know, like the Nintendo Power advert and stuff like that, we have the cartridge, we have the player's guide, so we're just missing the cardboard box.
Those cardboard
To be
boxes are like
complete.
$100.
Oh, no,
Wow.
for Earthbound they crank
I'm
down.
being nice. I'm trying
Yes,
to be nice.
yeah.
I don't even have a copy of Earthbound.
No, we don't.
No.
But they did have a loose copy of Earthbound. We just
Sold just like that.
immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got one in this week and it was gone same day, I think.
Oh yeah, it was immediately. Gernal Dino says, "What's a 360 retro or modern?" It splits opinions, so whatever that is for me. I mean, yeah, the
what you
360.
I don't know if I consider the 360 retro because I can play a lot of them on the Xbox Series X. So I don't know. It's getting up there in age. I consider anything 20 years old retro.
Hey.
So
We're in the same boat.
Sweet,
I'm-
21,
that makes me
22
double
now?
I'm double retro.
Double retro. I turned double retro this year, or sorry, last year, and I will be double retro end of year this year.
Look at you.
I'm so retro. I'm in style again.
You're in style.
I will say I do not enjoy seeing the 80s and 90s clothes come back because I didn't like it when we wore it the first time. And now the kids are like, oh my God, I look so good. I'm like, no, you don't.
I'm
No,
so
you
You've
retro.
never seen me walking around in pink neon shorts.
You're what? I didn't hear that, Tom. What'd you say?
You don't want to.
No,
I said,
what?
I'm so retro that just like Pong, my balls are cubes.
That was worth
I knew
repeating.
it was good. I had to get him to repeat it.
That's a shirt. That
That's
should
a
be a
shirt.
shirt.
I shirt myself. Make that shirt.
We'll send it to you. We'll send
I will
it
buy
to you.
it. Yep.
Oh
Like,
my
get him to
gosh.
make that shirt.
Holy shit, that was good. I like that. That might be the line of the night.
Yeah, line of the night.
I
I'm
gotta
hunting
get the
mainly
dad
for
joke in
Xbox.
there.
You broke them.
Don Ducky Duck says, I'm hunting mainly for Xbox 360 games at the minute, but my grail item would be a box Pokemon game or big box Heroes of Might and Magic 3 on
What?
PC.
What box Pokemon game did we
Oh,
see?
Emerald, I think it
That'd be
was.
pretty cool to find.
Yeah,
It
like
was
there was
expensive.
so many box games today that we saw.
Oh man,
Oh.
it was crazy.
One of our pawn shops got $4,000 worth of games one day, and another one got 5,000 all this week.
Just this week. So we spent a lot of money this week. Not that much,
Not-
but we
no,
spent
no,
a
nowhere
lot of
near
money
that
this
much.
week.
My goodness.
That's where that February money went.
Yes.
Yes, it got it got diverted to March.
Yeah, that didn't go into the savings.
Great choices, guys. Never heard of. No, I can't pronounce that.
That Terranigma.
Terranigma. There we go. Cool answers in the chat as well. I'm sorry I'm missing it, guys. Selling some heavies for the Persona Saga. Watching you guys on the background as I edit. That's what I
Sweet.
do too. I'll like throw my phone on, try to watch and edit at the same time.
Pick flip.
Yeah. Pick flip. I
I'll
almost
try to
spelled
remember that.
pick a flip.
I'll check.
We will check you out. Mostly hunting for SNES, NES, and PS3.
You know what? Cartridge-based
time to
stuff
pick up
is hard
PS3.
to find around here. No.
This is my favorite comment of the night. So comment of the night.
Nah.
Dennis says you guys suck, but he's the one who lost at Hot Shots Golf Floor.
No. There needs to be a correction. I did not lose at Hot Shots Golf. I lost at Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Win circles, triangles.
Circles, triangles, and squares. I'm not so good at the game I am.
You guys don't know what we're talking about, do you? Jen and Dennis did
There's a
Hot
Dennis.
Shots
Did you
versus
find it?
Shots. So they played 9 rounds, and the loser of the hole had to take a shot of tequila.
No, it's right there. Look.
So if there was a tie, they had to play rock, paper, scissors in order to decide who won the hole. And Dane Design made that for Jen. You're gonna have to get it closer to the camera.
It says Hot Shots for Dennis sucks. And it's truthful.
Jen has had bragging rights now for over a year,
Over a year.
and it's just eating you up.
Eating Dennis alive.
That reign of
We're
terror.
gonna have to get to
is
another
coming
game
to
here
an end.
before we have.
Let's get another game out.
How about
All
this?
right.
I go to the bathroom and you guys
Yeah, we don't need you here.
fine.
I guarantee the next game that you pick,
We'll be
I
one
have
love.
played it, I have beat it, and I loved it.
He's
I
pulling
don't
up and he's
believe
like,
it.
no, I hate that game.
It's like what's
It's a flip or something
random.
else.
There you go. No.
What the hell is that? Was that a calculator?
was a
Because I
football.
played it, I beat it, I loved it.
I beat the
You
calculator.
can totally do 2 + 2 like nobody's business.
Ah.
Well, actually, my
spell
next
boobies.
game.
I think we all can. And hello.
It didn't
Yeah.
spell hello boobies.
Is there enough space?
Ooh.
Challenge.
Challenge accepted.
So, I'm going with. I'm trying to get the
Oh,
there we
he's all
Holy
excited
shit!
already.
You called it.
go. Link to
called
the
it.
past.
He did a
So-
Babe Ruther. He called a shot.
Called my shot over
Nice.
the left bleachers.
I also have played it and beat it and loved it.
Link to the
That's
past.
awesome. That's dirty.
I messed around with the NES Zelda games when I was a kid, and they just didn't grab me. They were fine, but it was like whatever. I don't
Same
know why
way.
people go crazy for them. When I played this one, though, holy hell, it sucked me in. I mean, for one, having like a good fleshed out story that wasn't in the manual or anything, you got it in the game. And
Yep.
the way it played, the visuals, the music, just everything about it. This is the game that made me a Zelda fan. And it made me appreciate the originals.
Oh yes, definitely. I
Oh,
probably
what are you doing?
finished that game, I would say, a dozen
They're in my
times.
ear.
I can still pick it up to this day. I played it probably I think it was last year that I played through it again, and I loved it just as much as I used to when I was,
I keep trying to sell Jen on playing that game.
it's
Zelda.
it's
I
my
will
favorite Zelda
eventually.
game. It's by far my favorite Zelda game. I love it. It's always a go-to.
There was one boss that I got to in a dungeon that made me stop playing because I couldn't get past him. Which one was that?
Oh, I don't
Do you
even
remember?
remember.
I was
now.
doing really well, and he was coaching me and everything. And then I got to one of the dungeons and I couldn't get past the boss, and I got very angry. And I
Was he
like,
perhaps the guy? He was like a centipede, and you had to hit his tail.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
think so. Yeah, I feel
Probably
like it
kept
was that
throwing
one.
you off the edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
the red hair came out in me, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done. And he
Oh,
was
I know
like, you
that.
know what? He's like, I'm done with you playing this game because this is my favorite game, and you're ruining it.
Ruining this game for me.
Love it. Love it.
I just
love
didn't
it.
want her to hate one of my favorite games.
I didn't hate it. I
Exactly.
hated him. There's a difference.
He's
Oh,
hateable. though.
Easily, that game is in my top 5 favorite games all time. I love that game. Love it. Awesome pick. Phenomenal.
Dennis called the
job.
shot. I don't know if you heard before he
Did he
left.
say that was going
He
to be?
said, your next pick, he has played it, loved it, and beat it. I don't know if those are the exact words. And then exactly,
And then it was that?
he pulled
That's
that game
awesome.
out, and I said, holy crap, he called the shot.
Just call me Nostradamus.
No.
Dennis.
Nostradamus. I
I love it.
That's what I'm calling you from now on.
That
Or like-
is-
Better than an asshole.
Yeah, that's better than asshole.
Yeah.
Pac-Man wants to know, what's the hardest part of doing YouTube, my fellow YouTubers? Dennis?
Drinking and peeing. Too much.
Yeah, the hardest
That's
part
hard.
about doing YouTube is trying to hold your pee in
On a live stream.
on a live stream.
I'm not good at it either.
Editing.
You know what?
Yes.
I don't do a lot of work.
Think you
Jen
did.
does all the work. Jen does all the work. And this is Jen's channel. And if Jen decides she's done, the channel would be done. But she does an amazing job at it. All I have to
Thanks,
do is play games and drink beer and be stupid on camera. And
You're doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm
It's
living my
real-
best life here. And nobody watches this channel for me anyway.
That
Like
is
I
the
said
same
before,
dynamic we have.
Jen, put your face on the thumbnail and people
I
will watch.
hate that comment.
But it's true. We had a conversation about it one night where we were talking. We said, if you look
We were
back and you
having
look
a
at
few.
the how many views a video has, most of the ones that have lots of views has her mug on it. And the ones that we really enjoyed, that it would be either Scott or if I'm on it, it's got like tanks.
Nothing. Yeah.
So
But you know what? When you look at the analytics of it all, I think over 99% of our subscribers are male.
Yes.
In my age group. So
Do you guys have the same thing? Do you look at your analytics? I'm like, yeah, we don't appeal to the 15 to 25 demographic. We're like
No.
25 to 35 and 35 to 45. That's our wheelhouse of people. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right, because that's
and
where we're at.
that's fine because
Yeah.
hey, you know, I'm not trying to I'm not gonna fake it here on camera and do a Switch channel because I really don't play that much on the
Yeah.
Switch. I'm really into my retro stuff, really.
Yeah.
So that's what I focus on. I just have fun. If I wasn't having fun, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would
But
agree.
yeah, do you agree, Tom? The hardest part of YouTube is the editing.
the hardest part of
Everything-
YouTube is figuring out what people are gonna watch because I don't have a clue.
I don't care about that. I basically,
Yeah, well,
I look at it as it's our channel. We're gonna put up there what we're interested
That's
in,
true.
and hope that you
Yeah.
are interested in with us. We hope we make
Yeah.
it fun for you to watch. But
Exactly.
it's too difficult to try to figure out what other people want, and I don't want to be one of those on-topic people where I have to, the only thing I
Yeah.
can talk about or do is, whatever is the latest hashtag or whatever, because that's
Exactly.
not who I am. I did not grow up with social media, so I'm not one of those,
yeah.
those people.
We'd all be on TikTok. We wouldn't be on YouTube. We'd
well,
be
that's the
TikToking.
thing. We'd be all on TikTok.
I don't even know what
I
Yeah.
can't even. I
Oh,
can't
you
even
don't want
understand
to know.
TikTok. It's a wormhole you don't want to get
Don't wanna
involved
know.
in. I've tried to put our stuff on TikTok. It got like 5 views or whatever, and I'm like, I guess I don't get TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're
don't
not in
get
that
it.
age group.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's-
Basically,
it's
Tom does
epic.
all the work, and I just sit there and put my face on camera.
She's the pretty face.
It must be a redhead thing.
It's a redhead thing.
We have all the talent.
There you
Right.
go. We got the
Get
talent
all
and
the
then
personality and the
workhorse.
looks.
360.
Hey, if it
Kill
was good enough for
Modern
Stanley, it's good enough for me. Most of his female characters were all redheads, so
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I
there you
want to open
go.
up a can of worms.
You always want to open up a can of worms.
New Spider-Man movie there. You
The new
notice there was a-
Spider-Man
was a- yeah, you know, well, the last two. You notice there was a character that wasn't a redhead?
yes.
Yes.
Mary
And
Jane.
her name actually
Yeah.
wasn't even Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
I
called
was,
her MJ.
I was soured.
We lost our redheads.
You know?
Yeah. It's like I don't care if you want to
iconic.
bring in other characters or whatever, but don't take a character and not even. It's one of those things like her name wasn't even Mary Jane, but her friends called her MJ, and it's like
Yeah.
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 just add a character. If you don't want MJ in this version, don't have her.
Yep.
You know, just
She's
make a
iconic.
different character.
I have, I think, 3 or 4 comic book covers. I don't know what series they were in. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they did a very pin-up style of Mary Jane, and it's, you know, iconic, beautiful character there in the
Yeah.
comics,
Yeah.
right? You don't mess with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're a rare species.
Yeah.
The ginger.
Do you know what?
they are.
Admittedly, back when comic books came out, there was not a whole lot of diversity.
Chill scissors.
No,
There wasn't a
there
whole
wasn't
lot of-
a long
there
time
wasn't.
ago.
Exactly. But instead of changing the characters, you have the liberty to add new ones. Do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and I agree with that because it's like anything. You wouldn't change Captain America. You wouldn't change
Well,
like
kind of did.
they kind of did, but like you wouldn't change those like iconic characters. I think they shouldn't anyways. Like add new characters, and I think
Yeah.
people can
Well, when they
appreciate them.
added Miles Morales as a Spider-Man, it was fantastic.
Yes.
You get But if they had a change Spider-Man, that might not have went over so well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to
True.
open up that can of worms there,
Yeah.
but they're just
True.
they're iconic characters. In 10 years from now, Miles Morales will be an iconic character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Chill Scissors is here. Hey, what's up, gaming family? We also have Pixel Game Squad. Do
Hey,
you nerd
Pixel.
is my
Oh,
baby.
what's up, Pixel Game Squad?
Hello, everybody.
Nice. Every time
Oh
I
my
see the
gosh.
picture of the chill scissors, I always want to do the "you can't see me."
it looks like John
It
Cena.
looks like John Cena.
All
I swear
jacked
to
up
God.
there.
You're the John Cena of YouTube.
Yeah.
Is John
You
Cena
can't
on
see
YouTube?
me.
Tell you what, Pixel Game Squad, you got those Sega speakers popping up in a lot of your videos, and our buddy
I've seen
Mike
that.
I seen that
been
too.
talking about those. He's
Yeah.
a huge Sega collector. He's going for a full Mega Drive collection. So
Oh,
were asking
nice.
it's
Wow.
seen the speakers. He didn't want to talk about it.
I picked up a Genesis game today, Mega Turrican.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were literally minutes away from missing out on that.
Yeah.
We
We-
took it out of the case, and somebody had came back into the store with a stack of games. I think I'm trading them in for that. And then he got them to pull out the Genesis games, and he's like looking through them, and he's like, "Oh, somebody must have bought it." And then this asshole looked at it was me.
And then I felt immediately back. 'Cause I wasn't trying to like be a dick,
If
but
I
I
had
just
said
wanted-
it, I'm gonna get punched in the face. She can get away with it.
I just didn't want him to continue to look for it. I was like, it was us. And but the way I said it was like,
Yep.
because I was
Fuck
so
you, I got
excited
it.
about it, I was like, it was us. And then I felt bad. And then did we see him later on at another pawn shop? Because he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like 5 minutes after us getting there too. I'm like, this is our entire
Oh,
day.
wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel bad for this guy. He's like us, 5 minutes.
It just
Oh.
that has happened. Has that happened to you guys? That are like going out and like game hunting, and somebody just being one step ahead of you, and you're missing out on games.
Yeah, there was one time I actually walked into a thrift store, and I walk in, and you know how sometimes they keep the games in like a case up front. There's this kid half my age. He's standing in line, and he's got like this small stack of games. I walked in, I see that, and I was like, You don't forget it. I know anything I would want is in his hand, so forget it. I'm walking right out.
You
Like,
literally
forget this.
just described what happened to me this Tuesday. I walked into Value Village. Literally, I was like I don't even, not even 30 seconds behind the guy because the doors just opened.
Yep.
And I walked in and he had a stack of GameCube games. And I was like,
oh my god,
fucker.
Yeah.
And he looked through them and he only pulled out 2 and put the rest back and said, these are the only 2 I need in my collection. It's the only 2 I don't have in my collection.
And
I
it's
was
haunting me because I don't know which 2.
I didn't even want to look to see what he took. But then I ended up grabbing 3 out of what was left in the stack. And then we went today and the rest of them were gone.
Yeah, they were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, hey,
yeah,
three's not
I was
bad.
like, when I walked in, my heart skipped a beat. I was like, oh, no, he's going to buy them all.
Three's the magic number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did that to someone else. We went to an estate sale after one item.
Oh yeah,
There was actually Peter's wife let us know about an estate sale that there was going to be an Atari system at this estate sale. And so we went there just specifically for that thing. And we got there before the estate sale opened. We stood in line. There was probably 20 people ahead of us in line to get in. And I even looked at Tom and I said, I picked out 3 people and I said, I bet you those 3 people are all here just for this Atari thing.
Yeah.
And it was the luck of the draw because when we went into the house was kind of divided, like a hallway went this way and a hallway went that way. Well, everybody went this way. We went this way into a room and it was just shoved behind a bunch of stuff. And it was a complete in-box Atari. What was an Atari? Atari XE had never been opened. So it was still plastic. And he picks it up and just held on to it. And this guy walks into the room and I mean, he cussed quite a few profanities at us. And said, that's the only reason I came here. And we were like, us too.
Sucks to be you.
Sorry,
and then
man.
he
You
just
should
kept
have
staring
went
at us. Like, I guess he thought he would intimidate us, that we'd be like, oh, well, here, since this is the only reason you're here, you know? So it was just one of those things.
Yeah,
we managed to snag it, so.
I don't know. Us Canadians are known for being polite, but if we got there first, we'd be like, sucks to be you, bud. And we'd be heading to wherever we had to pay.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, no, we walked around the estate sale for a while because we were
just
like,
showing it off.
we're just going to walk around and look at other things and do anything else we wanted.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, you got there first. That's how
Fair
it works.
game.
Yep.
Fair game.
Yep.
I'm going for a refill.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
By the way, like I said, that was new in box. Everything was completely sealed.
Oh,
This
that's
was just a couple years
amazing.
ago.
That's crazy.
It was only $40.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
What? And
Yeah,
you guys
$40
kept it
Oh.
sealed?
Oh, yeah, it's still sealed.
Well,
That's awesome.
the box was open, but there are 2 games in it, and they were factory sealed together. We kept those sealed because of
Oh,
like
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
find
yeah.
the games.
Yeah.
But
But
Yeah,
everything
those
else, I mean, it
games
still
are
had the plastic on everything in there.
Yeah.
It had never been
Oh
taken
my
out.
lord.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's an awesome find.
That's
You don't
a-
see that
yeah.
too often.
I'm
Amazing
still looking
find.
for one of those original Ataris with the kind of the wood paneling look. I don't know which one
Yeah.
it was. I have the
The
yes,
2600.
I have the smaller version of it there, and I don't really like that one.
Wasn't
The
there
aesthetics
a 4
of
switch
it.
and a 6 switch?
Yeah, 4 switcher,
4
and a 6
switch and a
switcher.
6 switch.
Yeah,
And then there was the
I like
bigger
that older one.
Guess
The
what I
Darth Vader
have?
version was that one only
The
black.
older version because you're ancient.
Oh, I never knew about that one.
What? Which one?
Darth Vader version.
Yeah.
The Darth,
Darth
Vader.
Vader.
version. That's what everyone called it. It wasn't actually Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
Ah.
it's all black.
It was
I was
all
gonna say,
black
right?
and it looked like
Refilled.
Darth Vader and stuff for some reason. I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
It just got the
Hi.
nickname Darth Vader.
Yeah. Dan Numbers is saying, here's to all YouTubers' hard work. And I know there's lots of them in the chat too. And it is a lot of work, but you wouldn't do it unless you loved it.
Yeah.
That's
The funny thing
That's
is
the
some
reason.
people don't realize what goes into it. You can spend 30 minutes getting a shot that lasts 2 seconds.
and that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Or you can spend an hour and a half trying to pick out the best music to go with the tone of that video. It drives
Or
me
one that
crazy.
won't get you flagged.
Exactly that too. I bought the rights to a song, and every flippin' single time I use it, my video gets flagged for copyright. Not a copyright strike, but that it can't be monetized. So I have to send them like, hey guys on YouTube, I bought the rights to that because we use it all the time. And then it'll take, I put it unlisted until I get it back. And they're like, that's true. Drunken rants.
Oh, yeah.
Our music, we use it all the time.
You know what else is hard work?
Drinking?
Picking games that define you as a gamer. Let's get another game.
There you go, Dennis.
All right, you're up again.
What a great segue.
I like it.
Why am I not on national TV?
I know. Okay, so for me, the next one was like kind of a toss-up between like The Sims or Harvest Moon or Animal Crossing. Those are all kind of in the same vein. But basically, I started playing The Sims on the computer. So just like any one of the Sims game, because it's a nice game that you can just kind of lose your time into and just, there's nothing really bad that happens in it unless you don't pay attention, and sometimes your sim can electrocute themselves, and they're dead. But it's like it's not really anything devastating, and they're just good time wasters. But I love those games, basically like the God Complex games, where like you're controlling things, and that's what they're called.
I know, but just that's why you like them?
Yeah,
you're in control.
Yeah, because I like to take the free will.
Villain on my
I do. I like to take the free will away and say, "You're going to do what I say. You're not going to do what you want to do."
Yeah.
Dance, puppet, dance. You're dancing now.
I'm afraid to touch the Sim games because I suck in real life, and I just know that if I pick a Sims game, that I will probably die in a tub with a toaster or something.
Tell me
like
about
that.
your story.
Oh gosh.
Tom has a fun Sim story.
Oh, just what, my role in the one?
The one where you walled him up?
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know.
Hey, okay, fine. I'll tell a scary story first. Then, when before The Sims, children would grow up. Before, you used to just have like a baby, and it was taller than a child, and they wouldn't do anything past that. When they got irritated,
Simpsons, Lisa and Bart.
Forever.
If I didn't want them anymore because they were irritating, I would put them in a pool and take the ladder out, and they'd drown. And that's how you get rid of them. Or the other best one, my favorite one, is you build a room around. You put the fireworks in the room with them, and then you make them like the fireworks. And the funny thing is, the whole time their face is going, no, as they're lighting the fireworks.
Don't make me do this.
And then it burns the house down, and then they're dead. It's the best way to get rid of a Sims. And then I think because of people like me that would do that, I think that's when the Sims game came up with the we'll let them grow old and die so you can have new Sims. I think because you get bored after a while with them.
Don't leave me alone with them, guys.
So tell them your story. See, I told them a scary story of me, so tell them yours.
Okay, so
that's hilarious.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
when the Sims hit the PS2, there was a mode called Get Alive where it was more of a like a purpose-driven thing. You want to first you have a goal of moving out of your mom's house, stuff like that. Then you have a roommate, blah blah blah. When you get a roommate, you have this really crappy roommate. I can't remember what his name is, but it
was probably Dennis.
Actually, no. But he would make a mess. He'll like eat food and then leave his dirty dishes out and everything. And if you don't have control of him, you only control your character. If you try to tell him to clean up his dishes, I named my character Tom, and he's like, I'm not picking that up. Make Tom do it. And he just started to get on my nerves. So finally, I put him in a room, took away the door, walled him up. I picked up every dirty dish and I put it in that room with him. I'm like, you live with yourself. Here's the part that she loves. My Sim would then go about his day. He would get up, he would eat his breakfast, go to his job. Nothing out of the ordinary. He would sit there at the table, just calmly eating his breakfast. And like 5 feet away, there's this roommate Sim screaming in this room because it's so filthy in there. And my psychopath is just eating his cereal. And he's like, well, time to go to work.
Hey, Sims are really fun things to play with.
Yeah.
I've been playing Sims wrong all these years.
You have. You really have.
Get your frustrations out.
Yeah. Just lock a Sims in the room and eat your cereal. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or
It's
a good
time.
fireworks.
Fireworks.
Whatever.
Fireworks. Yes.
The look on their face is
Every-
the best. I'm telling you.
I might
Everything
have
you
to
can't
try
do in
that.
real life, you can do in Sims, and it's fine. Scotty J Retro wants to know. Question 6: When you started your gaming
Exactly.
collection, what system did you first start collecting for?
I'm assuming that's going for everybody.
Yes.
NES, obviously.
Yeah, we started with the NES because we really wanted Alex.
I wanted those couch co-op games that I loved when I was a kid. I wanted my son to play those couch co-op games with me.
Dennis?
For me, it was probably NES and Super Nintendo especially, because at the time I was actually trying to collect everything that Square had put out. So whether or not it was an RPG, it didn't matter. But I was going for all the American and all the Japanese stuff. So those were the two main systems.
Have you guys completed any specific sort of collection for anything?
Or
Or do you guys do that?
To a certain year, I had every Squaresoft game, but there was an incident where I had to sell off a lot of stuff and basically restart my collections. So I did once, but
tough.
Yeah.
not now. No subsets.
No, any aspiration to recollect them all, or is it just kind of past that?
It's more passive now. I don't actively go after some of them. Some of the games were just because they had that Squaresoft name. There wasn't a whole lot of interest in playing them. I think one was Driving Simulator S on PS1 or PS2, and it's like, I don't need to rush out and try to find that one anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. We for a hot minute thought about a complete Xbox collection, but at the same time,
The library is too large.
the library's too large, and I think the older we get, the more our collection grows. We just want games we're going to appreciate and love, or that have value, I guess, because
Sentimental or monetary.
or monetary, because we'll pass it down to Alex. So we're hoping to leave him some sort of like little bit. If he had to sell it, if we're dead, we don't care. It's a nest egg for Alex.
Yeah.
Basically. So that's kind of how we look at it. I don't care if it's a $5 game. If we love the shit out of it, we'll keep it.
I've got cheap games here that I love that I don't think I would part with, because if I had to sell my collection, what's a couple of cheap games gonna bring me for dollar value when I can keep them and have
really
so
enjoy
much
them.
more
Yeah.
value playing them here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. We have a question from Gib84. You guys are huge Zelda fans. My favorite was OOT, but I cannot click with the open world of BOTW. Do you like the open world of BOTW, or do you miss the classic Zelda blueprint?
I kind of agree with Bit84. I had tried to play Breath of the Wild, and for some reason I'm just not clicking with it. I have it here on the Switch, and I'm still just... I have so many games. Like, if I don't click with a game here in the first 3-4 hours,
You
then
just
I'll move on, because I don't feel like I want to really force it.
I'll force myself to finish a game.
She'll have to finish a game. Where I'm like, if it doesn't click, then I'm an adult there now, and I have limited time.
I'm not an adult.
I will move on, and I like to take recommendations from friends and stuff like that, right? Like,
See, I love Breath of the Wild. It's the one Zelda game I could play beginning to end.
Yeah.
And all the DLC.
Everybody says that too. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time.
Maybe you just haven't gotten to that point yet where you're like hooked. You know
it could
what I
be.
mean? Sometimes,
it could be.
Because I've
It's
played
a very
some games.
chill. Well, I only played, like I said, maybe 3 hours something there. It's very chill. It's cool. It's not like an overly difficult game so far. At least it feels very like open world. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks good. Yeah,
But
there's
I've
like
started-
a lot going for it, but for some reason it wasn't grabbing me.
And it might be just that you only put 3 hours in.
It's probably
there's-
That could be it.
I think it
It's
was
probably
Zelda, the Twilight Princess. I started playing it, and it took me a while to get into it. And I don't know at what point I got into it, but all of a sudden I realized, wow, this is a really good game. but I was many hours into it.
You know what? That might be like one big downfall with having a large game collection, that I won't really force myself to put extra hours into a game I'm not really clicking with right off the bat, and I'll move on to something else. Unless a friend really highly recommends something.
At this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
like I
we
said.
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless I have a friend that like highly recommends it and they can tell me for sure, like, no, just push through the first 4 or 5 hours, man, and then if you can't, 8 hours into it, if you're not loving it, then drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love the open world aspect of Breath of the Wild. That's the thing that I really loved about the game. I really did miss, though, the standardization of the dungeons, the layouts. I have always loved in the games, you go to a dungeon, you get an item, you use that item in the dungeon, and then when it opens up the world outside of that dungeon to use that item and access new areas, that mechanic, I always really liked that. And I did miss that in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Even though I thought it was clever that they literally gave you all the tools you would need for the whole game right at the start. It was a very different way to go. And I think it worked in the aspect of it did bring along, new fans to the series by doing something different.
Into the Zelda series.
But, again, as much as I love the open world, I did miss having those classic dungeons.
I like a game that will like just kind of steer me into a direction, and then the story just progresses, and I feel like I'm continuing through the game there. Like sometimes I'll struggle with the open world stuff, or I'll kind of just cat with a laser pointer there. Ooh, what's that? And then go over there, and I'll lose time.
Yeah, and it's true.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing Skyrim, I was like, okay, tonight I'm gonna get here. And I'd be like, ooh, piece of candy. And I would go over here and I'm like, ooh, piece of candy. And I couldn't help but side quest the shit out of everything.
6 hours later, what'd you do?
I didn't advance the story at all.
No, there was no advancement.
Like, I found a bottle of mead this poor old lady lost, so...
Yes. I made that poor old lady happy, so that was my day.
Yeah.
Pixel Game Squad saying, do you nerd? I love you both.
No, it's I love you both. It's like brother love.
Brother love.
You got to get to a convention and meet them in person someday. They're too much
if they
fun.
ever have conventions ever again.
Oh, I know.
They will. They
Seriously?
will. I think
we've been putting away like our little bit of YouTube money we're making now that we're monetized. We put it away and we're like, maybe someday we'll all meet up at a convention. And that's what we've been doing. We're like, here you go.
I feel like we're going to have to travel like a fair amount to kind of get to something central to like our little community of YouTubers here that we're all kind of friends with. You know what I mean?
We talk about that often. We're like, we want to like all to get together centrally and like just meet up somewhere. That would be so cool.
I've been wanting to.
From what I hear, I think Midwest Gaming Classic would be a good bet for you guys.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know you guys mentioned that, and I looked it up.
Wisconsin, that's towards the West Coast, right?
No,
or is that more central?
No,
it's literally middle of the United States at the very top.
Oh,
okay.
That wouldn't be bad for us.
No.
Do you know where Lake Erie
we're
is?
like on the east end.
Yes.
It's on the Great Lakes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
That would be cool.
That would be so awesome if we could all meet up there.
Yeah.
We could take our dog sled there.
We could.
Yeah. It will be November. They'll have snow.
We always have snow.
Yes. Well, although our winters are getting like more towards January.
We're rolling into spring pretty hard right now, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have seen us last week. So what was it, Wednesday? We had 60 degrees. Are you guys Fahrenheit or Celsius up there?
Celsius.
Okay, so that's like what, 19 degrees?
19 Celsius.
It was like
I can kind of do the math pretty close.
Can you figure it out? Okay, I can't.
Yeah.
So the very next day, it went from 60. Then Thursday, it was 30 degrees and snowing. And then Friday, back up to 60. So
that sounds like good. Yeah.
We did the exact same thing. It was super cold here Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, it was amazingly warm. The kids were complaining to have to wear hats and mitts, but I'm like, guys, there's still snow, so we need hats and mitts. On Friday, it was cold again, and I was like, what the hell? And then today, it was great. Like, Saturday started out a little bit cold. Sunday, we even went for a walk. We walked to...
I don't walk anywhere.
Yeah, and he walked.
Because she made me.
Yeah, because I made him.
Did they freeze or are they cringing?
They're freeze cringing.
I was here for... this is literally what we're looking at. I said, I don't walk anywhere.
You gotta love technology.
We're way behind on the chat again, guys. I apologize.
Sorry, guys,
so I'm just gonna skip ahead, but just know that this is amazing that you guys are all participating in the chat. I even put out a video last time we did it to just thank you guys, because it kills me when
we're gonna have to come up with something to so you can put at the front of the comments so that we know it's for us.
This is awesome that everybody is chatting together too, chatting with us, chatting amongst each other. This is
why we do it. Yeah.
This is why we do it. I'm just going to get on to this question, and then we will start with another game. Question 7. With a lot of classic games being remastered, is there a game you would like to see? Gamer games, I know yours. Mine would be Fear Effect or an open world Blaster Master.
Me.
Okay, since Scott has nothing to add, does anybody else have something to say?
Oh gosh, I feel like there's a lot. I had one just the other day that I was thinking about. Is there one for you that you wanted to see come back? Like a proper Golden Axe game would be pretty cool.
That would be fun.
Not like
you know what? Wasn't there one that
tried?
Wasn't there one that was supposed to come out and then it never got completed, and then they kind of
I think that's the one I'm thinking about, because I think it was actually centered around the female character is like Tyrus Flame. I think is her name.
I don't remember.
Iowa Retro Gamer Dad saying Dino Crisis.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
That's not my pick, though.
Oh, we got your pick after this. Want to see Golden Axe, Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah. Oh, that would be good style.
Parasite Eve would be great to have a comeback.
Yes, sir! That's my game right there.
I'm really surprised they haven't. That would be such a good one.
Oh, I love that game.
I know it's been said to be in the works, but I am waiting for Resident Evil 4. I love it. I can't wait for a remake of that. That's my game.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yep.
You know, I think the game I was thinking of was I would like to see the Maximo series come back, but I don't think that really falls into the classic game being remastered.
I know we were talking. I mean, it's not that old, but we were talking about Red Dead Redemption being remastered when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
Yeah.
And so kind of giving you basically, because when Last of Us 2 came out, they brought Last of Us Remastered out right before it. So you could replay it right before you played the second one. Well, that, when Red Dead
would have been nice,
2 came out, it would have been a good time to remaster that one to get you to, replay all that.
Yeah.
Since it was
they've missed that window.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I feel like they may have missed that window now.
What about Pong having some round balls?
You know what? Actually seeing a tennis court or a basketball court, that would be, amazing.
Yeah.
I think they did that on Game Boy Color. It's like the
Pong remake.
Glenn's
Retro Show. We were on with Tech Buzz and Glenn's Retro Show and Cool Toy. He loves Pong. Glenn's Retro Show would love a Pong remake, or maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. He probably thinks
broke his heart there because we were on the Tech Buzz, and she's like, "Who plays Pong?" And he's like, "Oh!"
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Well, it's because he plays with himself.
Don Ducky Duck is saying a new Rampage would be great.
Oh, Rampage! Yeah.
Did you guys watch the movie?
I did, and I actually liked it. I don't care what anybody says.
I did too.
I thought it was good. I thought they had some really, really good nods to the game. And I mean, I'm sorry, but if you look at the game Rampage, it doesn't translate to a movie very well. It's just a bunch of dinosaurs and monkeys climbing, and a wolf climbing
They did.
buildings. How are you going to turn that into a movie? I thought they did with
They did
what
a good job.
they had.
Yeah, they did a good job with
exactly.
what they had to work with.
Yeah, and I like The Rock, so he's fun.
Yeah, he's sexy.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say I smell what he's cooking, but that would sound so bad.
So yeah, don't say that. Don't say that.
What was that? Last comment was really good.
Scott wants to hear it again.
What?
Oh, Scott wants to hear it again. I was going to say that I would smell what The Rock was cooking, but no, I think that could be taken out of context.
It's fun. That's what it
We
is.
broke it.
Have you guys played the Golden Axe Beast Rider one? Because I haven't played it yet, but I have it here. It's in the
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
no,
backlog.
That's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah, I would like to see
That
a
is-
proper revisit of the series, not that one, because
I haven't heard great things about it there, so that's why it's way back in the backlog.
Dan Numbers is saying, Dan Numbers.
RC Pro Am.
RC Pro Am.
There we go.
And could also go for a new jumping Flash.
What's that?
Was that the
What
one
is
from
that?
PS1?
I don't know. I know Jumpin' Jack Flash. But
That's what I was thinking. I was like, did he miss Jack? You don't know Jack. That's a different game.
I love
Did you
those
guys
games.
play
So
that?
much fun. I love You Don't Know Jack. You just
I know. Did you play it like way back in the day in like the late 90s?
Oh yeah.
Because that's when I played it. I was like,
Yep.
this is the best game
I
ever.
remember
was
playing
around
going,
in the
what
90s.
the hell is
I'm
this?
too young for that.
Oh, I know.
It was so great. Did you know they came out with a
Probably
board game version of it? It was like an electronic version that it was all
No.
plastic and it had the head on it. And then if you wanted to screw your friends, there was actually a screw on it that you smashed. And yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was
I
pretty great.
love that.
Yep.
I would buy that. Buy me that, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. Legend of the. I can't. pronounce it.
Legend of Legaia. That would be a good one.
Legaia?
That was a good RPG.
I didn't pronounce it right.
And Xenogears too.
Yeah.
Oh.
As well.
That's a huge one, though.
We seen a copy of that today, and I passed up on it to buy other things.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
I'll resubmit. Yeah. With games being remastered, what games would you like to see remastered for current gen? Mine would be Fear Factor, Open World Blaster Master. Oh, with games being remastered, what game would you like to see for current gen?
Didn't we just answer that?
He's
No, for
resubmitting.
current stuff, because the last one was for like retro gaming.
Oh,
For
okay. Well, then I guess
current
my
gen
answer was
games.
current. I already answered
Yeah.
that. See, with my current
You
game.
did. You
See?
did.
Call me Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Oscar Dennis.
No, Dennis. That's right. I don't know where I came up with Dan.
Wow. For a modern game?
Oh, my gosh.
Shit, I don't know. Because they remaster every damn thing coming out anyway.
Mhm.
It kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even even the Spider-Man game with the Miles Morales, when you bought that, I bought the game with the enhanced Spider-Man game and all the DLC and all that stuff. So that's basically not really a remake, but
A remaster.
a remaster.
Yeah.
Well, like Last of Us, they remastered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, I
I don't
watched him play the first one, not remastered. Then I played the remastered, and it did.
You
What?
want Alice. Madness Returns.
Oh, I
Ooh,
would
there's a good
love. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I love a dark Alice. So I didn't even know about Alice Madness Returns, and when I found out about it, I had to have it on the 360 and also on the PS3.
Yeah.
I love that game. That is an amazing game.
This
I
is
would love
probably this is not a modern one, but I just was looking at my wall and I happened to see Onimusha. Do you guys ever play Onimusha?
Yeah.
I loved it, but it has
know-
aged. Mechanics have aged pretty badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one almost had like Resident Evil controls, didn't it? It was kind
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very tanky. That remastered there would be great.
Uh,
Dante's Inferno was awesome.
Yeah,
I love
That'd be a
that.
good
Pac-Man
one.
saying Vanquish,
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno, Spartan Total Warrior, Heavy Sword, just to name a few.
You know, Heavenly Sword. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
I played
they didn't
Heavy
do a
Sword.
sequel to
I
that.
don't think I know Pac-Man had a live stream. Was it last night with Vanquish? I haven't played Vanquish, but Dante's
No,
Inferno
actually-
I love.
Yes, you did.
I would like to see Assassin's Creed 2 remastered.
Ooh.
They did like an
Remastered?
HD.
No, I want to see it remastered to look good like it does now. Because I
Yeah.
loved Ezio. Ezio was my favorite assassin of all of the series, and I would love to see it brought into the beautiful graphics that we have now. I mean, it was fine then, but I mean, like now it's like, whoa.
I know.
Because it's Italy. Italy is gorgeous. If you could have the graphics that we had for Odyssey
Gorgeous.
with Italy, it would be amazing. So there you go. That one.
You know what? You and I love modern games, and I think that's what I find hard. Like, I love retro games too, but if you give me the option between a retro game and modern game, like, I want everything HD remastered because I love the scenery. Like, sometimes you get lost in just that, like the story.
Some
and the
games
beautiful
are
scenery.
absolutely like breathtaking to
Yes.
look at there as
Yeah.
you're playing them. They're like
I
some of
think
these
for-
modern games.
For me, because I grew up with the originals, Pong and
Yeah.
Atari and Nintendo, I watched the progression of video
Yes.
games. So I
Yeah.
went from the crappy looking game to beautiful games. So that's why I have a nostalgia for all the retro stuff that I played. But I love
Yeah.
modern stuff because it's beautiful and I love to see what we can do with technology these days. And I think
That's
there's a
just it.
difference for the kids who didn't grow up with that retro stuff. They look at it and like, oh my God, that looks so cool. Look at all the 8-bit and 16-bit. It's really, really neat. It's like, well, you didn't grow up with that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cool to you. For me, when a game comes out and it's kind of that retro-y bit, I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. And then I want to move on
Yeah,
to
yeah,
something. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Exactly.
same way.
I watched the evolution and I want to keep
I think,
going
and I
forward.
think that makes a lot of sense because Alex loves Terraria, and we look at Terraria now and we're like,
Been there, done that.
Been there
but
and done
yeah,
that,
but he sunk so much time into Terraria. He
Yeah.
loves it. It's one of
Yeah.
his favorite games.
It is, according to Retro Wolf, one of the top 10 selling games of all time. Is that
Yeah, I
if,
think
if
so.
I'm
I think
remembering
so.
correctly
Yeah.
there?
Did he
it's
say
crazy.
that on? Yeah,
Yeah, because you guys were on with us.
Yeah.
Was that one of them? Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't remember
Yeah,
the
it
question
was.
that it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So he loves that. It's Alex loves that game. He tried to make me play it, and
I played it with him.
I was
there,
worried I
and
wouldn't
it's-
love it as much as he did, and then he would get upset that
Yeah.
I didn't love
Yeah.
it as
How
much as he
how
loved it.
is that like? People can watch shows and movies and tell you like how awesome they are, and they want you to watch them, and you watch them, and you don't like them, and they're like, oh, okay. But like gamers, like if you love a game and you tell a friend to play that game and they hate it, you take it so personally. Is
Yeah.
that just me or?
No, I think that's everybody. Because I do that with TV shows and movies. Like if I love something, I'm like, this is
Yeah.
great, and someone watches it and they're just like, eh. I'm like, well, you're stupid. You don't know any. You don't know.
I don't
like-
get as invested into like shows and movies, but like when it comes to games, I find people have a way stronger
Well,
opinions.
do you think it's because you're not passive, like with your
like
when
you're
you're watching a
interactive,
show?
like you're really in the story there when you're playing a game?
I have had moments like that though with shows. Like if somebody tells us they don't like
Me, I tell you,
Haunting
your
of Hill
soul sucks.
House. Haunting of Hill House. If somebody tells us they don't like Haunting of Hill House, we're like,
What's wrong with you?
we're not even friends anymore.
Yeah.
Because we just loved it so much. Or if there's like a show we really loved, it
Yeah.
was our
I think it's
everything.
because you think you know somebody and you're like, oh, this is a great game. I think you'll like this. And then when they don't like it, you're like, well, okay.
I don't even know
Yeah.
you.
Get out of my life.
That game sucks. You're an idiot.
Yeah. All right, let's move on with the next
Next
game.
game.
Oh yeah.
How many
Yeah, I was
games
gonna
are
say,
we
it's
into
your
it,
turn.
people?
I'm boring.
Alex
We're back
said,
to the
I
point
still
where
think
we're
you
gonna be
should
like-
try Terraria again, Mom. You didn't understand the controls.
You'll be like,
That's
"Don't
what it
Well,
was.
second there, you're gonna have to start handing me bottles."
I know. We're like, here. All right, give him your next game.
No, because I had to go.
Oh, buddy, I've gone a couple times.
That's because you don't have a bladder trained to 2 gas tanks.
That's true.
In my family, we would take road trips. We didn't fly anywhere, and you could only go to the bathroom when you were filling up for gas. And we always had a vehicle with a big gas tank. Well, then one year, my dad buys a dually with 2 gas tanks.
Oh,
So we were all excited one time. We were driving, and I saw that the gas line was empty. And I'm thinking, yes, we get to go to the bathroom. And Dad flips the switch, goes over to the other tank, and we're like, well, crap.
yeah. Well, I'm just gonna
I
piss
can
myself.
really go
thanks.
12 hours without going to the bathroom. It's probably not healthy,
Worst.
but I can do it.
You're also not.
Worst family trip ever.
I don't know if that one could go 12 minutes.
I don't know. Drinking beer, beer and coffee go right through me.
Yeah, we're probably not going to do that on the road,
I
though.
rented.
Yeah, well, the joke's on my dad now because, he's a little older and he has to go to the bathroom about every 5 minutes now. So it's like,
I'm already.
You should take him on a road trip when COVID ends. Be like, we only go to the bathroom. Bring your bottle.
I love it.
all right, let's have your game.
All right. Well, for my next game, what
For your next trick.
what defines me as a gamer is the fact that it's such a character-driven, story-heavy role-playing game, and it had such an interesting gameplay mechanic. It's still absolutely gorgeous, still such an incredible soundtrack, and let's face it.
Does anybody want to guess what they think it is?
Let's not lie.
Dennis has played it. And
Because
he loves
it's-
it. And
No,
he
not
finished
calling a
it.
shot this time.
No, I
It's
think I
probably
have
one of
never
the best
played it.
games ever.
He thinks he's never played it, huh?
Oh,
Chrono Trigger.
No, I've never played Chrono Trigger.
I've never played it. We own it, but I haven't played it yet.
We don't own it that
Oh
way,
my
though.
God.
No, we don't have a nice minty in-box copy like that. I have a loose copy.
That's his
here.
original one from when he was a kid.
it is, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Let me tell you, it's a role playing game. It's fantasy driven and it's time travel. It's like
Yeah,
it's the
it's
best
great.
of everything.
Tom, I'm going to
It's
ask you
got a
something
frog
very
in it.
controversial here. But I had a friend he loves his RPGs, and when I asked him what was better, Chrono Trigger or Earthbound, and he said, "Oh, Chrono Trigger, 100%." And he said, "Earthbound's not that good. It's very."
So what do you think?
He said it's like a niche gaming kind of a game, Earthbound, and I have never played either one of them, so I don't know.
So he thinks that Earthbound is a little more niche, or Chrono Trigger is.
Earthbound, and he thinks that Chrono Trigger is the best RPG on the Super Nintendo, and Earthbound is a little more niche.
Honestly, I would probably agree with that. I think that Earthbound is a little more niche. I think that Chrono Trigger is the best in the fact that it's really the culmination of what the system was capable of doing. It's seriously bringing all the best elements of 16-bit role-playing games into one place. As far as stories, though, the story for Earthbound, the nice thing is that it can be a much more personal story. It can really link to you as the player more than any other RPG can. And I think that's something that it has going for it. Plus, the idea that Earthbound has such a fun, modern setting, I think that adds to the way that it can be a more personal story. You go to places in Earthbound, some of the cities and everything, and it feels like you've been to those places. It's like, you know what? I've driven through a town like that. I've visited a place like that.
Yeah, right. Now, you did say that Chrono Trigger is like it's like time travel based. I
You love time travel, so do I.
movies and comic books and shows, anything time travel based, and the more complicated it is, the more I
What
love
was it that we loved?
it.
that-
We loved?
Yes, that got taken off the air, and we were like, no! And then we were like, yeah, probably not everybody understood it.
Oh, there's a ton of
Is it
games
dark?
or movies and TV shows like that.
Yeah.
There was
the
a time
guy on
travel one.
Dawson's Creek was in it.
Oh, Fringe.
Fringe. Did you guys watch Fringe?
Oh yeah, that was like 5 seasons though. I mean, it was on for a while.
Yes. Yeah, but we still want it more, even after
I
the
want
fifth.
more, yeah.
Yeah, but
we
they
were like,
screwed up
yeah.
that last
no,
season,
not
and they
done.
should have
They
ended.
did.
That last season was terrible.
It
Oh, they
like
do that for
it
so
felt
long.
rushed, eh? It felt
Yeah.
like they're just. It was so weird when the last season started. You're like, what's going on? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like
They-
it was just.
Well, they jumped ahead in
They
time.
jumped.
Like,
Yeah, it
hard.
was so crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was not
We
good.
loved Fringe for a while, and then I agreed that last season was just like, ugh.
I like all that time.
Kinda
You know,
slide.
anything
the,
that's complicated.
And there was another one too, but it was
The funny
dubbed
thing
over.
about Chrono Trigger is it does both sides of the time travel. It does the very cause and effect heavy stuff where it's like, oh, you see how this is as it is. You go back in time, you change something, and then you see the difference.
Oh,
But there are a couple of moments where something happens in the game, and then you realize later on it was predestined to always happen that way, and it brings it around and it closes that loop. And when it hits you, it's like, holy shit, this had already happened before we
Yeah.
even knew it had the potential of happening.
nice.
See,
very
I
cool.
really think I would enjoy the story of Chrono Trigger, but it's one of those turn-based RPGs, and I'm
that's a
I'm
shame.
such a hard time getting into that.
How
I think I might just have to
I just want
force
to say
myself.
hi to Gingerbeard, the gaming dad.
Yeah, buddy.
Gingerbeard's
Gingerbeard, nice.
representing.
how long a
you
game is Chrono
Chrono Trigger on
Trigger?
pretty much everything it's been released on.
Yeah.
I mean, he even has it on an iPhone, and he doesn't have an iPhone.
Yeah. I heard
You know-
getting it on the DS was a great way to play it there. Is that
Chrono
true?
Trigger, that's what Dan Numbers
For
says.
the
Dan
most
Numbers?
part, it's I think the DS. I think there are a few issues with some of the loading. Just like when you go into a menu, it's not that snap to a menu like the Super Nintendo version was. It's a minor
Okay.
thing. It really doesn't ruin anything.
They
I did
changed
want
some
to add
things,
though
though.
that Chrono Trigger is a game that I think would really benefit from a remaster. If you could do something along the lines of how they took the combat system from or the for Final Fantasy VII remake, and they made
Yeah.
it much more action oriented. If they could do something like that for
That would be
Chrono
pretty
Trigger,
good, yeah.
I think it would be a smart move to really get that story out there to more people.
'cause you-
I'd be
There's a
sold
frog.
on that.
That would be cool.
I like the
Mm.
frog. There's a frog in it.
You like the frog?
There's a frog character, and I like the
Yeah.
frog.
Oh, nice.
What's his name?
I honestly have
Frog.
never played it
Oh,
either.
Frog.
Just
Yeah.
Frog.
And then there's a cave girl. So
I never played Chrono Trigger. No, I never played it.
It's an expensive
that's
ass
it.
game
That's
right
it.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna.
it is.
I'm just gonna. Which
How long
which
a
one
game is it,
closes
Tom?
how do we
this?
shut this off?
You guys haven't played it. Which one closes? it?
Done.
Bye, guys. Bye.
All right, it was nice seeing you.
Hey, Tom,
Yes.
how long? Yeah, Dennis was asking, how long is it to play through the game?
I would say
20?
honestly, first playthrough, I would put it more towards the 35 to 40 hour range.
30, 40,
Really?
yeah.
That much? Really?
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. You could probably shave that down a little more if you're following a guide or if you know what you're doing or something. You know, you can kind of.
I
Yeah.
never know what I'm doing.
In
Not
games
even,
and real
Not
life.
even right now. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Lord Zabalba said Fringe was a great show. September was an amazing character. I can't remember the characters. Do you remember September?
You know what? It's been a while since I've seen. I
Mhm.
forget so much of it there, but I remember really enjoying it. I wonder if it has aged well
Yeah.
because I don't see it on anything like on Netflix or anything like that.
No.
And they can't rewatch it.
That's right. I
Fringe-
really have not seen it on any streaming.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird to think
And now I have
about.
to figure out if it's on a streaming service.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
There we go.
Amazon.
And number says Fringe.
I mean, we
Family,
have it on
I
DVD.
loved it.
Oh yeah, I love Fringe.
My local game store had Complete in Box, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, and Harvest Moon SNES. I almost went
Ooh.
home and grabbed everything retro I had to go trade it.
Yeah. Oh, we had one of those days today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we spent some money today.
And Chrono Trigger has 3+ endings.
What?
Yeah.
What? Really?
a lot of multiple endings based on when you beat it because certain elements don't come to pass. Again, it falls into the whole time travel thing.
Oh, right.
Man, I could-
It's like I want to say more, but it's like I don't
No,
want
you'll
to.
spoil
Yeah, I
it.
don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Man, don't spoil it. How old's the game now? Like,
No, but you know what? I appreciate that because
Yeah.
if you haven't played it yet,
yeah.
Yeah.
Scotty J. Retro said, "Great show, guys." And September's the bald man who could catch bullets. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
But
yes.
he could catch bullets.
Okay. Was he the all white guy, like the overly
Yeah.
white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know who that is now.
Powder.
Powder, yeah.
Without trying to give something away on
Call
that regard.
I can catch bullets with my body.
him. Oh, wow. Good job. Way cheaper to get on the SNES Mini and play them both.
I do
That's
agree
true.
with
Yeah.
that. If,
Earthbound?
you know,
Chrono Trigger.
they've
Both.
been on the mini. They
not
hit a couple
both
of
on the mini,
virtual
really?
console releases and everything.
Yeah.
If you want to play them, go that route. You know, obviously, if you want to collect them, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Is Chrono Trigger on the mini?
I think so.
I think only one of them is. I think it's Earthbound. I
Oh,
don't
no,
think Chrono
yeah.
Trigger
Oh,
is.
is it just
Earthbound
Earthbound?
was,
Just Earthbound?
but I guess you just decide if you want to hack it.
Hack it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
We'll probably do an EverDrive and
Yeah,
do that.
that would
There
be
you go.
awesome.
We got an EverDrive for our NES, and wow,
Oh
I'm
my
impressed
God.
with how well it works.
It's amazing.
I've heard
Yeah.
such good things on EverDrives. I've told her numerous times if I ever
Yeah.
get sick of collecting, or if something ever happened to the collection as a whole, that's probably what I do. I wouldn't try to
Like
collect
I-
again. I'd be like, you know what? Just give me the system and an EverDrive. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
and
I
it's
put
done.
on, I got the whole library on. I got all my backups on it. Yeah. Anyway, I put Tyson on for him literally before we started streaming. Let him play Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I said, like, well, tell me what you think.
It's just like playing the original hardware.
It's
Yeah.
We're still playing it on a
No
CRT
lag or anything
TV
like that?
and a Nintendo, but oh
Oh, it's
Way to go,
awesome.
too. Very
Oh,
cool.
man,
Nice.
So I think we've decided that for like a joint Mother's Day, Father's Day gift, we're going to get ourselves the SNES EverDrive and play all our backups.
possibly.
That'd be good.
Maybe. Yeah.
I've thought of trying
Before
to
we-
get. I think it's a little harder to find and probably pricey, but the TurboGrafx EverDrive, I thought that'd be a good buy just because it's.
That would be very cool.
I don't have a TurboGrafx 16 here. I don't have it. You know what? I've only seen one in
Mhm.
about 5 years up here, and it is a pricey machine up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Definitely.
games are too.
We couldn't even get the mini in Canada.
No,
couldn't get
we
it.
don't have
Really?
any. No, it
couldn't
wasn't
get it.
released in Canada.
Oh no, I was pretty sour about that.
Yeah, and I would be too. Be writing an angry letter to someone.
Can't
Yes.
Do they still get
I
angry
don't-
letters?
I don't think. Can you write it?
Yeah, dear. Well, we both work for Canada Post, so we're like, dear, blah 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 blah. Drinks. Somebody said that we all had empty beer glasses to fix that.
All right.
But Alex said, Dennis, the more bullets you catch with your body, the more likely you won't catch them.
Oh, you're gonna get them already.
You're gonna
Well,
scratch
I
them.
think it's just that I won't be able to move to catch them. You have to make sure your shots count.
Yeah, make your shots count. All
Oh,
right,
nice.
I say we move on with the next game.
Yes, I feel
All right.
good about this next pick.
Is this your last one?
This is my last one. Yeah.
Okay, this is your
Yeah.
last of 5.
So, basically, I love sci-fi is one of my favorite genres and everything. So the game that actually kind of got me back into playing a more heavier game, like not just like puzzle games or just easygoing games, but more like the actual like full-on shooter games or whatever, would be Mass Effect 2. It was a game that a friend of ours recommended to me because of the whole sci-fi aspect of it, and there were some actors in
Nice.
there that I liked that were doing some voices and everything, and it had really good story,
Yeah.
but it had really good action and shooting and stuff like that. And I'm not a shooter. I don't like playing shooter games because I'm just terrible at aiming that little cursor on the screen. I just can't get it where I want it to go.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first games that I actually played from beginning to end. Loved it. The minute it was over, I literally started it over and did the
did you?
Game Plus. Yeah, like literally the minute it was over, and changed some things because I didn't like the way it went the first time. And I fell in love with the Mass Effect series, and it was it's kind of funny because it's like it was the first like big kid game I felt like I played because like I like to play puzzle games and like Harvest Moon Sims and stuff. So I considered this my first like adult video game or whatever because it was a lot of fun. And then I played Mass Effect 3, which wasn't as fun. And then I haven't played
Andromeda.
Did you
start it?
We've heard so many bad things.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you start at the first Mass Effect? And was 2 just your favorite? Okay.
2 was my first one, but they did a nice like comic book at the beginning of Mass Effect. Have you played Mass Effect 2?
No, I haven't.
I always wanted to play them, and I never did.
Basically, it was really nice because what they did was there was a comic book of the first one at the beginning of it, and you made choices in it, but it basically did the first game in a very condensed comic book style, and whatever you chose in that game affected Mass Effect 2 and then went into it. So you didn't actually have to play this first one in order to understand this one. So I really appreciated that. But like I said, that's why I'm super excited for the remasters to come out with all of them because I played through 2 and 3 and I'm going to have him play them now and see who he chooses. Because obviously I was a femshep character. So I don't know if you're going to play as female shepherd or if you're going to do a guy.
I don't know. Watching a sultry redhead run around. I mean,
hey, let's face it. It was not the redhead we were all watching. We were all watching Miranda's rear end. All right. We all know this. So,
I walked into something about a rear end.
Anyway,
Miranda, let's face it, the game creators knew that everybody was watching Miranda because there were some angles where she is in the beginning of the fore of the camera and you're in the back of the camera and all you see is her ass like this big on the screen, and then your character is kind of like down here, so you barely see yourself, but there's just this beautiful ass in your face.
Exactly. Got sold on Mass Effect.
I don't even know what. I have that. I can't
do it backwards.
Maybe I'll play that game tomorrow.
I think maybe
this
that's
Miranda
the game
right here.
I'm sold.
You sold them.
Take my
Trust
money.
me.
Talk about nice ass in the game there. That's
Google
what
Miranda from Mass Effect 3's ass, and you'll get some good pictures.
Bayonetta was good.
Scott's a big
Tomb
fan
Raider
of
was good.
portions of God of War.
Oh.
I think Hollywood Polo asked that earlier if you guys saw our drunk rant on that. That was special.
I love God of War 3. I'll get off
I'm more like
for the love on that one. I loved it.
Gingerbeard was asking that we should fix our empty beard glasses.
There you go, Gingerbeard. For you.
I did mine.
They're all red.
And they're all red.
Red ale, buddy. Yeah.
I love this. Look at this. Samantha said, I was gifted a TurboGrafx 16 with an EverDrive.
Oh, nice.
What?
That's an awesome gift.
That's awesome.
How can we be friends with the people that gifted you that?
I have one question. How hot is she that somebody gifts her that? Wow. Really?
Maybe she's just great at games.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
God, I love the Mass Effect games, not Andromeda, but I hope when it comes back soon, it's great again.
Trump will make it great again.
Okay.
It's a really great series. It definitely deserves to come back. I mean, there's so much that they can expand upon in the universe.
They just didn't go the right direction with the characters. That was the problem with 3, I think, was the fact that everybody fell in love with the characters from 2 and the dynamic that they had, and they tried to skew it and do something, not really have them. And that was what 3 was not enjoyable for. is that you missed that dynamic with those characters.
You can't really screw with a beloved game. So if you
Yeah.
can, if you do that,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
For the comments, people in the comments, can you name a game that they screwed with, like a sequel, that really
that
like
killed
just
the series for you.
killed the series? Yeah.
Mike Hawkhurt said, just joining in, but I need to go grab a beer so I don't feel left
Yeah,
out.
buddy.
Yeah, you do.
Well, yeah, like you can't watch Retro Rivals and not have a beer.
Just gotta stay hydrated.
You got to stay hydrated.
These are marathons. We hold people hostage.
That's like Dr. Sadler in Jurassic Park got back and killed the butt shots in that. Go back and kill the butt shots in that film. Oh, man.
I prefer watching.
You want to
Dr.
know what
Malcolm
else?
to Dr.
There's a
Sadler.
show that has a lot of butt shots, and Jen doesn't
So?
even realize it.
What? It's not Retro Rivals.
No.
No, there's no butt shot.
Dennis, you want to give him a butt shot? No, we'll
No,
lose subscribers.
no.
What's that one we watch? Is it called Superstore?
Superstar?
The same chick.
Oh, is it?
You know who she is.
Yeah. Is there a lot of butt shots?
All the damn time.
Oh, I didn't.
Every episode, see
Have
your
you
butt.
guys watched
Butt,
Superstar?
butt, butt,
That's
butt,
an
butt, butt.
amazing show. That is
No.
there. I feel we're missing a lot of good sitcoms, like comedic sitcoms now on TV. Do you guys
Are we
find
losing
that?
you, Dennis?
Do you guys find that too? That we're missing a lot of good sitcoms? There's
Yeah,
not
but
a
I
lot
don't.
out there. Superstar's
I
great.
think this generation doesn't like the good wholesome sitcom.
They
They
don't.
like the dramas.
No,
They want the
They do.
the nitty gritty drama. I mean, like even if you look at Disney Channel and all the kid shows, it's drama, and those poor teenagers are dealing with things that are like life and death. And oh my gosh, this is the most important
Yeah.
thing ever.
They like
It's
the
dude, you just gotta
reality
figure out what Trapper
shows.
Keeper you want.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just nobody. It's not realistic anymore to have that wholesome family dynamic, and you can solve a problem in 30 minutes. I don't think
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you said you love games that you can just you've had a rough day at work, you just want to come home, you want to play a game that just you enjoy the story, and I don't think people appreciate that even in shows anymore. Like if
Yeah.
we're going to put on a show to just kind of like watch and chill out, I want a sitcom that's just like lighthearted.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother's great.
Superstore.
Superstore.
Those are two that we go to
Goldbergs.
on Netflix.
Yeah, the Goldbergs.
The Goldbergs.
Goldbergs.
Oh,
I
I
love
can't
the
get
Goldbergs.
Goldbergs anymore. I can't get it. It's not
Love
on
that
Netflix.
show.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
we don't have cable.
I don't have
It's on
Hulu.
Hulu.
I
Oh, we'll
love
have to-
Goldbergs
Yeah.
though. I love Goldbergs.
So
Yeah.
good.
How much did you love when they go into like the kid's bedroom and you see all the toys and stuff?
I'm
from back
kind of
when you were a
annoyed
kid?
at how rich these
I
people
love
are.
that.
Like, what
Right?
There's
Oh
the-
my god!
Yeah.
this kid has? It's like
Oh
But,
my god! I never had that.
I don't mean to
Must have
brag,
different-
but if you've ever seen the GoBot command module that Adam has, I also have that. It's in the garage right now.
Whoa.
The garage.
GoBots, okay?
I have never seen the GoBot command module here in my city. Never. Not
No.
I need to go to my parents' basement.
Do you
I
think you
almost
have
wondered
GoBots
if
in
I
there?
could go over there.
What?
I don't know.
Don't tease me.
I mean, in their basement, they have the what was the G.I. Joe ship?
Oh, the flag!
The flag
oh my
ship?
gosh!
That giant thing that's like a coffee table?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, there's
Samantha's
a,
saying, I only hope I was gifted the TurboGrafx due to my looks. LOL. The guy is a great gamer friend. And, well, what I'm seeing in the tiny little pic on the bottom, you look like a super cutie and a half, and the two kids are cute, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what our stream's about. We have Iowa Retro Gamer Dad said Mass Effect was so fun because the decisions you made, The decisions you made, actually, you were so actually.
I'm gonna make this decision right now.
So mad.
Honestly, that's why I turned around and played it as soon as I finished it, because there was one decision I made at the beginning of the game that I didn't like the way it turned out at the end. Although the first time I played it through, I was very proud of myself because I didn't get any of my crew members killed. I just didn't like the
Nice.
relationships that I had a relationship I had with one of the characters, I wasn't pleased with the way it went.
There's like
You need to play Detroit Become Human. You need
you played Until Dawn,
it's on
right?
the list.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
'cause I played Heavy Rain and I loved Heavy Rain.
Mhm.
You guys have played Until Dawn, right? I think you've said that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
wasn't
a-
that so much fun?
So
That
good.
was so fun. And then until I lost the hot girl at the end.
We kept doing different things. Like we went through and like would change the decisions we made after we played it like 3 or 4 times
Mhm.
because we were like, no, we want to see what happens when we do this decision and see what happens
Yeah.
here. You know,
You're about
we made
halfway
this
through it,
decision
eh?
This time, so we're gonna make this
Mm.
decision this time. But I love choose your own adventure books when I was a kid growing up.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
those were awesome.
See, what surprises me is that you said you were happy that you saved all your crew members, yet when you play Sin,
Kill everyone.
you
Wait,
light
what?
firecrackers in their faces.
Sims, when you play Sims, you kill them all.
But you were happy that you saved them all in Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Better characters.
yeah, because I liked them. They didn't irritate me. If you irritate me, I'm gonna light you on fire with fireworks.
Dennis, you better like.
I have a feeling that if ever we meet in person, that I better
Don't
not bring some
irritate
fireworks.
You're gonna stand across the room and be like, "Wait, do you have any fireworks on you?"
You're like,
Oh.
Yes, I do. Uh-oh.
be on your best behavior.
What's the safe
Go into
word?
this room. What?
The safe word was initially the, but we've passed that a few hundred those ago.
Oh yeah.
Like, in a Twitter comment.
Oh yeah.
Don Ducky Duck said Halo 4 and 5 really killed my love for that series.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
not played those yet, to be quite honest.
Drinks and Games with Josh, Dragon Age 2 sucked big time compared to the first game.
Oh.
You know, it's funny. Both Halo 5 and Dragon Age 2, I honestly forget that those games came out because, like, it did just kill the franchises to the point that no one ever talks about those games.
Yeah, Superstore is
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. Alex is saying Superstore is amazing. We
He
watched
likes the
that
butt
as a
shots,
family. He likes the butt shots. Super Tecmo Bowl 3.
3?
Super Tecmo Bowl 1 was fantastic.
But maybe
I've
that's
never
what they're
played it.
saying killed the series, was 3.
Mm,
Remember, we're about like 80 minutes behind on the
True, and-
chat.
And I'm drunk.
Jen, come on.
Scotty J. Retro said that I think they ruined Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The first one was amazing, but the second one was quick and easy.
Just like me.
Okay, okay. Wait. Come.
What?
I just
Huh?
no. I just want more seasons of Wipeout. Okay.
Oh,
there is a
here's
new
a
one.
story.
Story
Story time.
Story time.
My dad auditioned for Wipeout Canada and actually was on Wipeout Canada. It is
Nice.
filmed in Argentina. Yeah, he wasn't on it long.
He
It
was in his 50s at that time.
He was in
right?
his 50s at that
Yeah.
time. It was a very short stint. Now, the way they do it is that you think it's a time trial in the first part of it, but realistically, they take the most entertaining people
They
and
don't-
they move ahead.
They don't really tell anybody what time they did. It's based on who is the most entertaining to push them through to the next round.
Yes. The guy that won the entire season of Wipeout Canada was actually on my dad's episode. So that was
Is that Chocolate Thunder?
Chocolate Thunder.
Chocolate
Thunder. But my dad, I think he's pretty entertaining. And for
Your dad, like 10 years ago, or whatever it was, your dad in his 50s was
A beast.
Like a very athletic guy.
could do a
he
backflip
does-
or front
Yeah,
flip.
he was doing front
Front
flips because he
Wow.
was a chimney sweeper. So he was constantly up on roofs and doing stuff like that. He had great balance there, like
Yeah.
hell of a guy. Yeah.
Cheerio.
So yeah, he was actually on
coming
Wipeout
back,
Canada.
actually. Wipeout
Yeah.
is coming back.
Really?
So, yeah, they've got new hosts. I think is it like
Your dad
it's a wrestler guy.
audition again.
That would be awesome.
A wrestler guy?
Yeah,
John Cena.
Is it
I think
John
I
Cena?
feel like it might be. I don't know. That name sounds familiar.
Well,
Is
if they might as well put The Rock as the host because he hosts every single solitary show.
He has his own
that's out
TV
there.
show now about his life when he was a kid.
Really?
Oh, I seen that.
I
It's,
never seen that.
Young Rocky or something like
Yes,
that.
What?
Yeah, Young Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Rock.
Little Rock.
Little
That's
Rock.
what it should be called. Little Rock.
We have a lot of sitcom stars in the chat. I still love the sitcoms. Man with a Plan is awesome.
Oh, I like that one.
Mom and Goldbergs. What was the show we watched?
I love Goldbergs.
Gary Unmarried. That was like
That's
way back.
Does anybody in the chat remember Gary Unmarried? I think
Gary-
it only had one season.
One or two seasons.
No, it was one season.
I don't know that one.
It was hilarious.
It
I
was
loved
hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It was
got
a
canceled.
divorced dad. He was raising his two kids
Yeah.
with his like ex. It was a great show, but it
Oh, I loved
didn't it didn't get much love, but we really enjoyed it. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, Samantha's just a super auntie.
Hottie's back. Let's just refer to her as the hottie now.
We're referring you as the hottie.
Okay.
8-Bit says, I need to play Man of Medan and Little Hope. Those games are great. I want to play Little Hope, but it's
What's
only
Little Hope?
VR. It's only VR.
Oh, we started
Ooh.
Man of Medan, but we never finished it.
Yeah.
And from what I know, it's not a very long game. I think I heard
I think
5
they-
hours.
I think they made them kind of short purposely so that you would go back and replay them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Which is smart.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like I don't usually have time to play like a 40-hour game as is, so I don't need a reason to replay that multiple
Yeah.
times anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Problem.
It's because
Yeah.
John Cena is hots. I mean hosts.
Oh,
It's like, no, I think
I see that. Damn numbers.
Attaboy, Dan.
yeah, we know what you think.
You would really like Chill Scissors. Apparently he looks like
Oh,
John
yeah.
Cena.
Subscribe to Chill Scissors. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Little Hope is not VR? Where has my life gone wrong?
I
Uh-oh.
have no
Like,
idea.
Now I
I've never
need to
heard
get
of
it.
Little Hope, to be
I've
quite honest.
heard of it and I've seen it a couple times. I was like, it's only on VR.
Well, you don't know your shit.
I apparently don't.
Little Hope is my nickname.
Little Hope is his life motto. I've got Little Hope.
Are we ready for another game?
Do we
I
have
think
another
so.
game?
I think you've got one more to
Ready.
go.
One
He's got
more.
one more for you.
So,
This one is gonna blow us all away. I can tell.
Probably my favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy VI on Super Nintendo, but I actually went with Final Fantasy VII because
Oh.
this one, me and a dear friend of mine, we played through this together. And the way we did that was one of us would play the game, the other had the strategy guide, and we wouldn't tell like everything that's going on. It would be one of those, there's a fork in the road, and you would say, hey, go left here first, because there was like a treasure chest, so you wouldn't tell them that's why it was there. But the fact that we played it, a single player game, but we played it together like that, it's one of those great gamer memories, stuff like that. It doesn't feel like we do that kind of thing anymore now as adults.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
It was also so much fun because even though we were kind of helping each other out to get through the game, there was a little bit of a contest to see who would finish the game first and with the least amount of time. He was a little farther than me, and he had about 2 hours less on his gameplay time. So I was losing. But the funniest thing was he was in the Gold Saucer where you can do battle events and everything. And they have these reels that will spin,
Yeah.
and they'll randomly take away things from you. So like you can't use magic in this next battle, stuff like that. It makes it more difficult. He was playing it one night while he was a little too sleepy. He fell asleep and he woke up about 7 hours later and it was still cycling through the reel. So the problem was he had made all this progress. If he reset his game, he would lose all of his progress up to the last save, but he would get that time back. Made it through there a little faster than him. But, you know,
I want to ask you.
It's stuff like that, you know, that's what I love about collecting games and having like those memories, because you know, people are always like, hey, what's your most valuable game, you know, what's your favorite game? And it's like, I don't really think about stuff like that. I think about you know, the memories
that, really.
It's like the games and stuff that we usually have for a reason. Yeah, sure, there's that rare game where it's like, oh, hey, I got it in a lot, it was too good to pass up. But you know, those memories that you have when you have these games and everything, and you know, again, that we just don't make nowadays.
Like I know what you're gonna ask.
Really? Okay, we'll ask him what I'm.
I have a big question to ask you.
Maybe
after.
I don't know.
You
I don't
know.
know.
I want her to read my mind, because this happens all the time. Read my mind.
I don't know if I'm thinking the same thing.
Go ahead.
When you're talking about nostalgia, I was just thinking, we were watching the last Blockbuster last night. Okay, we're not thinking the same thing. I was thinking about like easier, simpler times. And when you were talking about like playing that in like a contest between you and your friend, we were watching the last Blockbuster, and I'm like,
did you guys watch that on Netflix yet?
Not yet, but
what's his name there?
Oh.
Kevin Smith? Is it Kevin Smith?
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he was the main guy there on and they visited the last Blockbuster
in Bend, Oregon.
In Bend, Oregon, and they did a whole thing about it, and it just took me back, like for us to
when
tell
I think
our
about games,
kids,
I think about
like,
that too.
you know, a Friday night we used to date night was go to Blockbuster and try to pick out a movie, and like kids
and get
would
a pizza.
not understand that nowadays.
No,
they would not understand that.
No, because you just turn on a streaming service and you scroll through it, and you're like, "Oh, let's try this one. Oh, that one's terrible. Let's stop it. Let's try this one." And it's like, no,
yes,
you go and you look at the covers and you flip them over and you read the synopsis on the back, and you're stuck with this thing.
That's what you're doing.
That was your weekend.
That was your weekend.
You know, 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah.
You know,
my best and worst
games.
memory from Blockbuster, we had gone one night, and pardon my French, but I had to go to the bathroom so bad that I couldn't even walk down the aisles, and I'm like, just pick something because I need to take a shoot. And it just grab something. I don't care. Just grab it and let's go.
Just think of the next person who opened up that video case and there wasn't a movie in there.
What movie was it? Do you know?
I don't even remember.
Worst movie ever.
I just remember that I couldn't even make it home. We had to stop. We had to stop at the in-laws' place so I could go to the bathroom. It was terrible.
All right, Tom. Before I forget, I want to ask you: do you have the strategy guide for your Final Fantasy VII?
I do.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
go get it. Go get it.
As he's going to get that, I'm going to get rid of something.
Can I have another shoot?
No.
Here.
Good Lord Almighty, man. It's like a pea size.
Oh my gosh.
Pea size letter.
No,
You
don't
think
have
all
two
the
tags on
time,
that.
the 2 of them. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been left on a live stream because we've got 4 bathrooms. So the one will just go upstairs. I'm like, I'm hosting this by myself.
I'm just going to say, get your prostate checked. There's obviously something going on there.
You know what? That's a story all on its own. I already had that checked, and it was not fun.
Hey,
oh, poor baby. You didn't have to start getting that stuff done until you're a little older. Think about us poor women once a month since we were 13.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a little cold. That's all.
You know what? What? I mean, thank God she was tiny, blonde, and hot because she went right to the elbow. That's all I gotta say. Tom knows.
Not really as bad.
So real quick, not to disappoint Dennis too much, but I did grab this. So what I was talking about was this card right here.
Okay.
But don't tell him about that. He'll be very upset.
Yes.
There it is.
You know what? I've only seen one of them here over the past year, and it was water damaged, and I passed on it.
Oh, that was
But-
in PEI? No.
Yeah, it was PEI.
Yeah, it was PEI.
Anyway, I haven't seen one since, and I don't collect a lot of strategy guides, but I do. I have less than 20 of them, but I like to collect, like, especially those PS1 games for some reason.
They're fun.
Yeah.
This is the one that we used back in the day, and I mean,
Nice.
that's
Nice.
probably the worst of the damage to it is that corner.
Yeah, your spine doesn't even look cracked.
Wow. Yeah.
We tried to take
Holy
care of our
smokes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's awesome. Like Dennis is one of those people. Like, I bought a bunch of toys from Dennis, and he has given me a bunch of Super Nintendo boxes.
Oh my god.
And you would swear they were never touched.
Well,
It's
which one
just
is it up
crazy.
there? Because I can't tell the repro box from the
Final
actual-
Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Final Fantasy
box is
2?
like mint.
Oh, Chrono Trigger.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
And then,
Yeah. You know what? I would love to collect Earthbound.
Ah.
You know what? I have never even
the best
seen
part.
that strategy guide before. I've never seen that strategy guide.
795.
What the hell?
Oh, nice. I would love to
I left
collect
that on there for a reason.
the Resident
yeah.
Evil strategy guides because we love the Resident Evil
Yes.
whole series. We love the stuff that survival horror. You just don't see them.
Okay, I have a question from Samantha. How do you guys feel?
Hot girl.
Hot girl.
Samantha.
How do you feel about rhythm games? So what constitutes a rhythm game? Are we talking like Rock Band?
Rock
Are
Band.
those
Or like
considered rhythm?
Parappa the Rapper.
Or like Dance Dance.
What's that?
I love my rock band. Love it. But I can't
Petapon.
dance for a damn.
Because there's lots of different instances of rhythm games. I know Alex plays a rhythm game on Steam, I think, or on maybe even a Switch Lite game. It's a music game where he has to press buttons based on the rhythm. We love, if Rock Band constitutes, we love the shit out of Rock
Guitar
Band.
Hero and Rock Band.
Oh my
I love that
god, we
stuff.
play that
Yeah.
still now.
Because the little people were cute.
She's saying the Patapon games.
Yeah.
Were they only on PSP?
I don't know, but they were cute, and their little voices. They would yell. They would chant that.
I've
when you
never played it.
Have you
I've,
played the Parappa the Rapper on
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
PlayStation?
Keep.
I never did finish
All
it.
in the mind. Follow what I say.
PlayStation or PS2?
What about the
PS2?
Donkey Kong?
PS1.
Oh,
I don't know.
Donkey Kong with the Donkey Konga.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Donkey
yeah.
The
Konga.
bongos.
I think
Yeah.
rhythm games are
Yeah.
great. I think my problem is I have like the rhythm of Steve Martin from The Jerk. Just
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved this. Oh, Kevin Smith. Oh, do you mean Tom of Do You Nerd?
that's
There's a lot of-
Oh,
That's how we
I
actually.
I
We have
can
interesting
see it.
stories. How
I
we
see
met
it.
ways.
I see it.
actually, yeah. One of the reasons we started talking to Peter
He
was
didn't-
because he reminded us of Chris Pratt.
From
So we used to
Oh,
call
we
him
called him
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord,
I
and we
can
were
see it.
Yes,
And we met him at a place called BioLife, and it was where you donated plasma. And so when we would stand in line to be our turn to donate plasma to the center, I'd be like, "Oh my god, that guy looks like Star-Lord." And it was funny because we would just talk about him, and that's what we referred to him as. And then later we learned his name, and I was like, "Oh my god, his name is freaking Peter, like Peter Quill." You know, it was like it's like serious, you know. It was so funny.
That is awesome. I have a question for Peter. Mr. Waves and Games. We were talking about
That's
this earlier
awesome.
tonight before the live stream. And the jingle for the YouTuber of the month. Who wrote that?
was it Peter or no? Because we were just kind of curious.
I was curious.
The old
Not
Yeah.
jingle.
YouTuber of the month.
The one with the lyrics, I'm pretty sure that one was written by Russ Lyman.
Yeah, Russ wrote
unless
that
he
one.
took the music
Oh.
from somewhere and just put his own words to it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. We just didn't know how it came about, and we were curious about
Yeah,
it.
I was curious because we know Waves and Games does a lot of like jingles or whatever you want to call them there for YouTubers.
For YouTube, yeah. So we
Yeah,
were
he did
curious.
our-
We're like, maybe it was him.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he
you
did
did
ours.
yours?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I think we were the first,
got-
and then we told him to get his ass out there and get to work.
We pimped him out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, Tom, I have a question for you. Since
sir.
you picked Final Fantasy VII, as you were growing up, because you said that you played that with your friend, in the Final Fantasy game, was that the first moment you ever had a holy shit scene happen? Was in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about spoilers.
No, there's no spoilers in Final Fantasy. But when I, throughout my whole gaming career, I
You
would
were
say
making money on this?
there might. What?
You made a
Career.
career out of it.
There might been 5 moments where I played a game and I'm like, holy shit. And my first holy shit moment was Final Fantasy VII. And you know what scene I'm talking about when he comes out with his sword.
You know, it was I think it definitely was a holy shit moment, and then it was just like almost endless disbelief, because it was like, what do you mean she's not coming
I
back?
still hear.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't do this to bring her back? What do you mean I can't go here and do this? And, you know, we were looking, I mean, hell, the internet was still very young at the time. And we were
How
looking
old?
stuff up, and it was
Game is
like
what,
stuff was coming up saying, if you do this, I mean, it was
24
like ridiculous, arbitrary crap. It was like, if you do this, this, and this, you can bring her back. And, you know, you bought into it because you just didn't believe a main character went
Yeah.
away.
Like,
It's
no,
like,
like
no,
this.
no,
How
that
can this
doesn't
have just happened?
That's the
Does
makings of a
anybody
great
know
game.
off the top of their head what year? You have the game in front of you, so you can check. How old is this game?
What is the year of that?
97.
Oh, I had it right. I
Boom.
was thinking it was 97.
So, I still hear people, like, I have friends that will still bitch about that moment in the game that are still
Bitter.
sour,
Non-belief.
bitter.
Like, no, that didn't happen.
That long
That couldn't
ago.
have happened.
that long ago. Like, yeah,
We just
Like-
revealed-
there's not even that many movies in history that have affected people like that.
No,
I
that's
don't-
true.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Is that crazy that a game can affect you that much?
I think
Like,
because you're
Honestly,
controlling
like
things.
yes.
You're so connected
So
to
you
it.
feel
You
more
think you're
invested in
controlling.
like a movie.
Yep.
I know for us, and because we're such big lovers of The Last of Us, we were so like we love The Last of Us too. All 3 of us collectively as a group, but I think we can all.
Yeah,
3
you love it. You have no choice.
No, but I know you love it.
I've been told I have to love it. It's the best game ever.
No, I know you do love it.
No, I do love it.
But I think we were all 3 of us very pissed when we had to play as that second character for a hot second because we were like, nope,
Yeah.
you fucking killed him.
Yeah.
Like, we're not playing and we're not doing it.
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
look at
It was. But you know what? A couple hours into it, I was like, holy fuck, this bitch can fight.
There was a few times that I would make him not have that character fight back just for a satisfaction.
He would tell me
Sims all over again.
there's a
Okay,
specific
Lacey.
moment where you have to forcefully accept your fear of heights, going from one to another.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was one moment where she said, "Just do it."
Just fall. Just fall. It'll be fine. You'll go back to your last save point. It's fine. But yeah, there was a few times that I wouldn't let him save the character. I still don't like that character. You'll never get me to like that character. No matter what you say, will get me to
I
accept or like that character.
I don't like her, but I don't hate her. That's where I'm at with it. But
Whiny little bitch.
would you have been?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking She-Rambo. Go. Yeah, let's go.
What? But I have to look at it like this. He killed her dad. And that, like, to her,
make an enemy
that's
here.
the most, that was
Try
the
to talk her
person
into it.
in her entire life that meant the most to her. Now, I'm not trying to sell you on her, but not like her but not hate her at the same time. And
But
I
two
was
wrongs don't make a right.
That's very true. That's very true.
It's one of those things that it's like, where does it end? She wasn't okay with what Ellie wanted to do. She should have been totally like, okay, fine. Joe kills my dad. I do this. Now you get to do this and leave it be.
Yeah.
But why'd she fight back? Why did she struggle so hard to stay alive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
one of those things
The
that
only
it's like,
only thing that saved me on that character is that her character was so much my
style of gaming.
style. Rambo, in your face, fucking hardcore, kill you with your bare hands, kind of
She played like
nasty
Joel.
woman there, and I loved it.
She
I
did.
loved it.
She was
did.
a female Joel.
Yes, I
did
loved it.
I did not like that she had to craft shivs because I was really excited that
Yeah.
Ellie didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I was really excited about that. But at the end of it, I was so afraid they were going to have to make me choose who won. In the water,
Yeah.
I was so afraid they were going.
They didn't.
Oh, I didn't want to have to choose because I still would have
That was crazy.
I still would have chosen Ellie,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
would've.
didn't want to have to choose.
I would have.
yeah, but that ending just proved who was the better person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. That's true. That's
It
true.
was one of those games that made me feel so many different emotions that I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
true.
Like,
That's
as
very
many
true.
people as have
Yeah.
hated it, there's a reason.
People
like,
that hated it didn't play it. I don't
Did-
care what
I
they
don't
say.
know. Like,
yeah, but
it's
if you
just-
hated it for what happened in the story. You didn't
Yes.
hate it for what the game was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way
It
I
was
am. I didn't like
was a
the
beautiful
way
game.
that the direction they took characters. They took characters in a direction that I don't feel was natural for them, and I don't feel like
just-
that's the way they would have been. And
Yeah.
that's me. You changed a character, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just read. Sorry, I laughed, but I just read Denver Gamer's comment.
Well, I want to get to this first. Love the last Blockbuster. I worked at Blockbuster. He lives 2 hours away from Bend.
Oh, attaboy.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we'll skip ahead to that. That Denver Gamer said, question, what is your favorite beat 'em up and why is it Streets of Rage?
Hey, if you go
It's a
beyond
better
the
question.
visuals and the gameplay, the freaking music! Oh my gosh, the Streets of Rage soundtracks are so good.
Which one of the four is your favorite?
Sorry,
Me,
Jake. My
I'm
favorite.
still stuck on 2. I really am.
I really, really, really like number 1. And if I had to, if you had to twist my arm, I'd take 1 over 2. But 2 is the one I owned when I was a kid. So I played the hell out of that, and I beat it with every character. But later on in life, I grabbed number 1. So I kind of, I like that one more for some reason.
Yeah.
My favorite beat 'em up of all time was Blades of Steel. You get into the fight and you punch him in the face, bang, bang, bang.
Wait,
Awesome.
I think
Love
you
it,
said
love
it
it.
wrong. Wasn't it Blades of Steel?
Yeah.
That good old sound back in the...
I got a question for Lacey.
Mhm.
We were talking about holy shit moments in games
Uh-oh.
with Tom. What is your most holy shit moment that ever happened in the game for you?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Is it The Last of Us? Or is
I thought there
there
was
something
something-
else?
Oh, there was something in Mass Effect 3 that really got you.
There was.
You were hung up on it for a while. And it wasn't the ending sequence, but there was someone. Maybe you went back and redid the mission and did a different outcome.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, there was something there that really had you for a while.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But yeah, I mean, I would say Last of Us 2 was one of those moments. Not quite as big as the Final Fantasy thing, but what
Most
Abby
memorable
did.
recent games.
What Abby did was I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially 'cause
you know
it's
what? I seen it coming, but it was still a shock, and it was like a moment, like you had to like absorb it. It was just whoa.
Well, my brother was playing through the game, and he would text me as he was doing stuff, and he texted me after the moment there with Joel, and he said, "Holy shit!" Like
it was graphic.
He
was
texted me.
gruesome.
His response was, he says, "I was trying to figure out how the hell Joel was going to get out of it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept thinking. I kept
Joel's
looking.
still trying to figure that out.
Joel's
I kept
still
looking
trying
at
to figure
Scott
it out.
going, that just didn't happen, right? Like, they're going to bring him back, right? Like, that's not, it's a dream sequence, right? Like, I just kept looking at him because he played it first, and then I would, after he was done playing, when he'd go to work, I would play behind him.
Were you guys lucky and avoided all the spoilers and everything? Because we were lucky enough to avoid all the spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes, we were. So I got to enjoy the story, for myself. First time. I didn't know anything that was coming, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. It was a lot to handle. It was heavy.
Yeah, it was. It was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Just like Super Mario Brothers 2.
It was so different.
Because when I finished that game and I realized that Mario was just dreaming, I lost my shit.
Holy shit moment.
So
We got a good story about that one.
our kiddo, her and I, we went through all the main 2D Mario games together. And when we finished Mario 2, it was exactly like how we felt as kids.
Chris, how old was she? She
was, I think, 10 or 11 at the time.
16 now.
But it, well, I guess crush isn't what it did. It just messed with her. I mean, she was in shock. She was like mad. She's like, what?
What the hell?
All that crap?
She would go up to people. She'd be walking somewhere and she'd go up to somebody and go, "Did you know Mario 2 is just a dream?" I mean, she would be mad. She would tell people, just anybody she met, just random people.
I love it.
Like, what are you talking
I
about?
wouldn't listen.
I love it. That's awesome.
Are you avoiding Hot Girl now?
No, I just haven't made it down that far. Loved River City Girls and due to high school score girl, my husband and I played Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. We loved River City Girls.
City Girls.
It's a lot of fun.
I think
great
it's
soundtrack, too.
my favorite
is.
beat 'em up here in the last year or so.
Yeah, most recent
Whoa.
beat 'em up. It was a really, really good.
Even
one.
though this Scott Pilgrim came out, I still like River City Girls because I never played Scott Pilgrim back then. I only get to play it this year for the first time.
Scott
I
Pilgrim
really
was a lot of
enjoyed.
fun.
Yeah, I
it's
love
like-
River City Girls though.
It was such a great evolution of like the River City Ransom play style.
Yeah.
But again, then River City. I wanted to say River City Ransom. River City Girls really took that a step further, which was really nice.
Did you guys? I laughed. I laughed at the ending. I laughed. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
That these girls are like running around and beating everybody up for these boyfriends, and they're like, who are you guys?
Who are these girls?
It was so
It was
perfect,
cute.
though. It's like
It
so
was
Oh yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It was. Iowa Retro Gamer Dad says, I knew it was coming. Final Fantasy VII. My friend ruined it for me.
Oh.
Son of a gun!
It was the first time I played a video game.
I'm going to the wash.
You were doing that anyways.
You know what?
Oh man.
You know what's just sad? I heard that Hot Samantha's married.
Aw.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Uh,
And knowing's half
knowing
the
is
battle.
half the battle.
Yeah.
Drinks and Games with Josh saying, I love beat 'em ups, but hate fighter games. What about you guys?
I wouldn't say I hate
I'm
fighter
next.
games, but I've always leaned more towards beat 'em ups just because I'm terrible at fighters. I really am. I can never get like the combos down, the special moves. It's like if I could do a Hadouken, I'm more excited that I actually did it than
Yeah.
or anything.
I'm right on with you there.
Yeah, same here.
I don't mind the beat 'em ups. But when I grab like the fighter games, I just if I do a move that does something, I'm like, oh, how did I do that? And I never do it again.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
regardless, though, they are a lot of fun to play. Like when you have people over, even if you don't really like them, and if you're shit at the game, it's still just fun. Like it's always a fun time when you've got that couch co-op going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Like 8-player Smash Brothers going.
Oh, something like that. Oh, then it's just madness. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Press all the buttons.
it's chaotic. It's just button mashing. You're just like, I don't even know where I am on the screen, but
I
yeah.
don't even
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
you
I'm
get that
doing.
moment
I
where it's
don't
like, you're watching your character right here, and then you realize, oh shit, I'm over here.
Falling off
Yes,
the screen.
exactly. That's exactly how
But
I
I was
feel when I
controlling
play
this
those
guy.
games.
I feel like I missed something.
That's okay.
No, you didn't miss anything, Scotty.
Okay.
Lord
Okay.
Zabalba said Legend of Dragoon killing off a main character was pretty crazy too.
Oh.
I never played the
haven't played
Legend
that.
of Dragoon.
That's
you
a good
haven't
one.
played the Dragoon?
I got it
I would
here.
like to see
Yeah.
them revisit that
I'm
one.
pretty sure I have it here.
That would be cool. We also have Adolf Hitler. George Floyd died from swallowing his stash of fentanyl and meth knowing that he'd be pinched. Okay.
Okay, I learned
I just
something
feel like-
today.
I just feel like that name is like something that you would call a really bad result from a visit to like a really cheap Mexican restaurant or something.
Man, I got Adolf Hitler.
Ah, jeez, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, could I have that Adolf Hitler burrito?
Can I have
I don't even know what that
Taco Bell
comment
special?
means. Like, am I being old and stupid right now that I don't understand what
Oh,
that?
I noticed in the comments.
I'm in the same boat. I'm
Hyperstone
old and stupid.
Nice. Very nice. That's a great beat 'em up.
Which one? Which one?
TMNT Hyperstone Heist.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys played it recently.
Yes, we did.
Uh-huh. I like it better than Turtles in Time.
Waves. I think you're in the wrong stream, Adolf.
At least your name got a laugh and a giggle.
Hey, yeah, you made
I
us
like
laugh. It was worth
I
it.
like it.
Ah,
What if
Drinks
it's
and Games
real?
with Josh wants Dennis to have another beer.
Fuck, Dennis. I
Yes.
empty your beer.
Samantha saying another beer.
Hot
is-
girl.
Sorry.
Oh,
Hot
Hot girl.
listen
Samantha.
to Samantha Dennis. Come on.
Yeah.
I've probably had about 5 beer and about 10 peas.
No, you didn't. Scott poured every one of those beers, and we'll go back in the live stream and count if need be. You can't bluff beers on TV. On TV.
It's a
Maybe
lot.
some people are watching that.
It's
We're
a
on
lot.
TV. We're on TV.
We're on TV.
Yes.
Yay, I finally
We made
You
it.
made
froze.
it.
There we go.
We're like, we made it! Yeah!
Lord Zabalba said used to like playing fighting games locally when you were the best in your neighborhood, playing
Yeah.
online, getting smashed.
Oh, I get
Yeah, by an
destroyed
8-year-old.
kids now. I don't play online anymore.
I
It
don't
demoralizes
feel...
me.
A new
I know
favorite
you have like a
person
little
is
8-year-old yelling at you.
I don't feel the need to get my ass whooped by an 8-year-old at all.
What does this mean? LOL, the body camera footage alone would acquit Derek. I know that you're talking about George Floyd. That was the guy that got killed by the police.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even know if I want
That's
to touch
that
any
might
of
be
that
the
topic.
I know. That's why I was
Yeah.
like,
And then Scotty J Retro said Schindler's List.
That's the list of the restaurants you don't want to go to.
Oh, don't go on that. Yeah.
You need to make it. Okay, Lacey, your new goal in life is to make that app. And it's
Schindler's List. You don't want to eat
gold
this
mine.
restaurant.
That's gold mine right there. Yeah.
I will make you so much money. I didn't make you that app. You're good.
Scotty, can we use the name? Can Lisa have the TM to the name, please?
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's-
man. Okay. We're going to ask one last question.
One last question.
One
and
last
then we're
question.
gonna
One
safe
last
word.
question
And then
before
we're
the
gonna
next
safe
20
word.
questions.
We're going to safe word this out. Okay. We want to know, do you guys, we're just going to do it open. Is there any questions in the chat you guys want to ask?
Pack a lunch, people.
So this is your chance. Ask
Dennis is out of
us
beer.
a question that you want to ask. Dennis is out of
I'm
beer.
out of beer.
No, what?
Jen
You're
doesn't
going to
share
ask
her
a
beer.
question?
I'm going to ask a question.
Okay, you could just do it right
Oh.
here, but that's fine.
No,
He's
it's
gonna
better
put
if I
in the
type it.
comments. He's like, no,
He's-
it
he
has
can't
to be
even
in the
type.
comments. Has to be in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it for Schindler's List?
What's the first restaurant that's going to be on there?
Yes.
Well, I'm guessing Taco Bell will be on the list
Okay,
for
wait.
sure.
Oh no, we had that
Oh.
for lunch.
Oh,
Great.
Schindler's got
Taco Bell?
Turn down your volume. Unprofessional.
What's happening?
Okay, here we go, Denver Gamer. What's your BAC right now?
What, my blood alcohol
BAC.
count?
If we had a way to measure that, then we would tell you.
You know what? That'd be fun to
That's all I've
have here
drank.
in the game
I
room.
just had this. That's it.
That would be awesome to have, though, in the game room, wouldn't it?
What?
Yeah.
A breathalyzer?
One of those breathalyzer. Yeah. That'd be
Why?
awesome.
We're in our game room and we just have to walk 2 more feet to the bedroom, so we don't need to worry about it.
Oh, no, I have friends. I have friends that come over.
You have friends?
I got friends.
Oh.
I got a friend.
He's right.
I
Dennis,
don't.
you're my friend, right? I don't know if I
He's
have
ignoring
friends.
you. Ignoring you.
Riddle me this and answer it quick. Who says they're same but cuts off their dick?
What?
I don't know. He's on the wrong
Alright.
stream again.
All right, we're having a fun troll
I have no
art
idea.
tonight, aren't we? We need to call some telesplash to get in here and take care of this.
There we go. Okay. Samantha says, "What is your favorite
Hot girl.
Hot girl. What's
Hot
your
girl.
favorite game system?"
The Switch.
Ooh.
Hands down,
PS4
I will
Pro.
answer that right off the bat. The Switch.
Oh my god.
Favorite game system because I love
That's-
everything it can do. It's
So hard.
portable, and
That's
it
what she
stays
said.
at home. So
That's true. That's true.
I love it.
I have played that a lot handheld. Just when I don't have the time to really come down in the game room, I'll just take it upstairs and play it.
It's also
You're
the
saying
best
PS4
system to
Pro.
take with you if you're traveling because it's nice and compact. And then once you get,
That
you
is
you
true.
play it handheld mode. Then when you get where you're going, you plug it into the TV of your hotel, and you got your game
That's
system.
true.
It's nice and compact. You don't have to lug around a big old PS4 or whatever like that.
Good lord, are they
Mm.
sending you a check this week?
They should be because it's. I feel the need
Oh,
to defend
man.
this system because
Tom, go ahead.
here's
I can't
gamers
check.
seem
I'm
to
still
hate
thinking.
the system.
Me
I'm
and
not
Dennis
talking
are
about the
saying the
game.
same thing. Me and Dennis are saying the same thing. PS4?
PS4.
PS4.
Now this is the
PS3.
game system, not games that for the system. The games that are available for the system don't matter. It's
The games matter. That's what makes the system.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the system otherwise?
I'm just saying
Yeah.
because people are pissed off about all the ports that are coming to the Switch. Well, I'm super happy about it because I like playing
Yeah.
on the Switch.
Well, that's
It's a comfortable
good.
system.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
So
I
happy to
don't
have the ports.
I don't hate that. I love that the new ports coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
And
No,
I love
honestly-
playing it handheld. And some people don't like that either, but I don't have a problem.
When
Uh,
I want to watch TV and Tom still wants to play video games, I get to watch TV and he takes it and he plays it, in either handheld mode or like on a little TV in front of him.
I absolutely hate handheld mode because it's too fucking small.
That's
I
why you
have
get
to
a
play
Pro
console.
controller and you get,
I know.
either on the stand
I know.
or you get like a little TV that's like, a little.
I have an 8-bit though. 8-bit though. Was it the SN
30
30 Pro? I can't remember the name, but that's what I use
for the not for the Switch.
for the Switch. Yeah.
Oh, for the Switch?
That's what I
Oh,
use.
nice.
Yeah. But other than that, like I have to play it as a console. I absolutely hate playing as handheld. I hate those stupid little Joy-Cons. fucking throw those things out there. They're built for like fairies.
I
or
don't
something.
mind.
I have
Yeah,
no
That's
idea.
why I said that's why you use a control. Even when I play mine in handheld mode, I still I have a controller.
Are these controllers
Yeah.
for ant?
I know, but I mean, you still,
I
you know,
just play it handheld.
nice. I
don't
mean,
even use-
I will play it in handheld mode, but I prefer
Yeah.
putting it on a stand and having a controller in
Tom.
my hand.
What's your answer?
For nostalgic sake, I would definitely say the Super Nintendo, but also
Super
I
Nintendo's a
really
close second for me.
I lean heavily to the PS2 because oh my god, I played so
Ooh.
many games on
That's-
that one. They had
That's
a
awesome
lot of
too.
great new games or great new series like freaking Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, as far as like bringing back platformers and everything.
Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
that's true.
Yeah.
That only leaves me to answer, and it's like the hardest question ever.
Oh, there's a hard question there. Look. That guy there, right there.
Yeah. Oh,
He's got some good questions.
we will get to his question. You answer your question.
You know what? If I were to go basic, just nostalgia, like I have to say the NES, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I would pick the OG Xbox or the Xbox 360. Not because of the console, the Xbox 360, because that fucking console sucked.
Tell us how you really feel.
But the
Scott.
games are
Fine.
great, and the fact that I can play some of those games now backwards compatible, there, Microsoft, wink, 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 get your shit together, start doing some more of it.
Are you getting a check this week? Or are you getting?
No,
You
you
have
know
to
what?
pay them.
Don't get me started because we did a couple of episodes about backwards compatibility with the Xbox, and they have removed games from the store. They have removed. There's less games on the store now than there were the video that we did. What 4 months ago?
Yes.
Pissed me off. Now, and the weird thing is that I can still put those games in the machine and they'll play, but they're no longer in the store, which is weird, and I don't understand why. Why? Why is that? Why can't I
It's
go
a
on?
Mandela effect.
Shut up.
Ooh. Are you guys aware of the Mandela effect?
We are.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
You
We have
can't
studied
you
this
can't
very
go
well.
down to that wormhole.
What is the one Mandela effect that blows
your
your
mind?
mind?
It's the Bernstein Bears for me.
I was going to say that's usually the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yes.
You know, all the little things like not being a dash between Kit Kat,
Yes.
Yeah.
the VW emblem always having a notch between the two and never being joined. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
The Monopoly guy never having a monocle.
Having
Stuff
a
like that.
monocle,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, but what about the movie that Sinbad was in called Shazam?
Yes, that's mine. Because that
Did
movie.
you not see that movie
Yes,
that never
I did.
existed?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen it. What was it about? I don't know, but I seen it. No, you didn't because it didn't exist.
Now,
Why is there such a collective knowledge of this damn movie?
weird, eh?
Exactly.
Now,
How?
Aliens.
did you watch our
Aliens.
last video?
Yes.
Hello.
The last
Clarice.
video, Jen played. Was it
Still
the NIS?
Life.
Still Life. And there's a Mandela effect in there where she goes in, and the very first crime scene that you go into, the woman's name is Claire, right?
Yep.
And she says, "Hello, Clarice." And I literally looked at Jen and I was like, "What the fuck?" And because that never happened in the movie, but everybody remembers it that way. But it was
Good morning. I don't
Clarice.
even know if it was Good
Mhm.
Morning, Clarice. It was just Good Morning.
That
And that was like, even Sir Anthony Hopkins remembers it. Hello, Clarice. I've
isn't
seen
that weird?
It's
Well,
weird, yeah.
you know that in Star Trek, the words "Beam me up, Scotty" were never ever uttered.
Yeah.
What?
That drives me crazy.
Yeah. And everybody
And
says,
Star Wars drives me crazy.
well, yeah, Star Wars is the infamous Luke, I am your father, but it's not because it's no, I am your father. I get that. Where was I going?
I think that's Tommy Boy's fault. Tommy Boy did
Probably
that.
to the bathroom.
Maybe.
Ah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. Do you collect or view VHS tapes?
Yes.
do,
I
yes.
only have a handful.
Yeah, we
of
only have a
VHS.
handful.
You guys
Yeah.
have a working VCR?
We do.
We do.
Yep.
And a rewinder, so
Yeah.
we can be kind and rewind.
All
Be
right.
kind and rewind.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you a VHS tape, not this Christmas, but last.
You didn't. You got me DVD.
No, I got you a VHS.
A
no,
Bon Jovi concert?
maybe.
I have several Bon Jovi.
I put them in.
Oh, did you put them
yeah,
away?
I put them
I
on
have
the
several
shelf.
Bon Jovi concerts on VH.
You must have Slippery When Wet tour. Yeah.
Remember the
I know
tattoo?
there's a joke in
Is
there. I'm
by
not gonna say
line,
it.
John Bovey.
Yeah, John Bovey.
John Bowie.
John Bovey.
John Bon Jovi, or Bon Jovi, the band, is my all-time favorite band of all time and will never change.
How many times you've seen him in concert?
Twice.
I thought
No,
there was a
I
third one.
3 times. 3 times.
saw him twice.
I've never seen.
So
I
twice.
haven't either.
I saw him twice.
Twice, 4 times?
2 times 2 equals 2.
Okay. What is the next game in your backlog you're planning?
I thought
to
you
play?
were really good at the calculator. You played the calculator really well. It's not working out.
No,
I
just
know.
no. I used the cheat code.
It's like 16 volts.
I am gonna play. I think Devil May Cry, the HD version on the 360. But you never know with me. I'll walk down the game room.
I really
Something
don't know
different.
either. I'm in the middle of The Evil Within, and I feel like after that, I need to play a more light, easy, breezy game because that one's really like it's a survival horror game. So after I play one of those, I have to go something lighter.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know what
found
it
that
is, yeah.
because we were like for October, we always play a lot of survival horror
yeah.
stuff, like horror games, and then we played Streets of Rage 4 right after that, and we're like, oh my god, we needed that just to kind of like change it up because it's you get burnt out on the survival horror.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Next game I'm gonna play is whatever they say. You should play this.
Yeah,
Pocket
we're the boss here.
Pocket pool? No, I beat that.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
You're making Lacey blush.
Do you guys have a next game, or is it just come kind of organically? You'll pick whatever.
Her and her sister, they like to pick out games for me to play so they can get the story from it. And I think they're really pushing for me to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
We
haven't
actually
been all
used
that
Mafia
interested.
as our palate cleanser. So
Oh, okay.
from Assassin's
Okay.
Creed Odyssey. So
Dennis, somebody with the same name as Dennis
What's going on?
has a question. Why is Dennis's
Dennis is
beer
beer
glass
glass.
empty, and how is he so hot? It's probably just because it's warm in here,
It's warm in
It
here.
could
He doesn't
be.
have any beer to cool him
It
off.
could
and he
be,
doesn't
yeah.
have any beer to cool him off.
Yeah.
It's weird. I was going to ask
And
the
then-
same question.
Right?
He's got to
I've
learn.
been thinking that all night.
That jackass got to learn how to spell.
Holy shit, how
And-
far behind are you on?
I mean, all the time. I'm so far behind.
Holy crap! How many people are watching right now?
You gotta make sure you get Hot Girls commented in there.
I did, but I don't think it was an actual question.
It doesn't matter. Bring her up.
Question.
Jim, we
Why-
have 99.7% male viewers. We gotta get a hot girl in here.
That's true.
Yeah, true.
That's
yeah.
true. Okay, I think this is the last question, and it's so fitting because it's from our son who's still up at 12:35.
Quicksand.
Uh-oh.
Question. Dennis, how do you feel about your cult following?
Oh,
Dennis has his own following of people that love him more
Than maybe
than
Chris.
me, than Chris, because I get called. No, yeah, there are people that don't even know my name.
No, that's Hollywood Polo. He calls you Chris.
He's not the only one. I watched a what do you call it there? Because we had an open tag on a video, and somebody did a reply or whatever you call it there. I
A
had
video
too many beers.
response.
A video response. Had no idea what my name was, but knew Dennis.
I just have to say my foot's asleep.
That's really that adds to the stream.
And it's
That's-
tingling and
That's so deep.
Whoa.
What he's saying is that the tingling in his foot, which connects him to the planet, is what's going to move through his body.
No, he just cut the blood circulation off to his foot, and his foot is dying. That's what he's saying.
Yes,
that could be it.
Yeah. Get a hacksaw. Yeah. Oh, Scotty's in there.
Dennis is amazing, just not on NHL 94.
Oh,
Well, that's a good question,
Scotty.
actually.
Scotty,
Words.
do not go there.
We'll take one last question. It's going to be from Drinks and Games with Josh. We always ask gaming questions. What else do you guys do for fun other than games when you have time? I love that question.
That's a good
Yeah, that is a
That
good
is a
question.
good question.
Yep.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first because when you ask what we do for fun, I don't know if I'd call it fun, but I do like woodwork and stuff like that.
But that's what you enjoy doing.
That's
so
what I
fun to
enjoy
you.
doing. I built the game room. Everything you see in the game room, I built with my two hands. So that's what I love. I love my bar area. It's a pretty cool bar area, but I want to make it really special here, probably in the next
I think
year
it's
or
because
so.
the rest of our game room has evolved. And
It
that
needs
used
its
to be
own
the centerpiece.
personality, that
Yeah,
kind of
it
thing,
does.
It's just because they're trying to make better friends.
Yeah.
Because the ones that go there now suck ass.
Do you?
I
He's like, I
Jen,
don't know.
you
If I had one more, maybe.
Jen, go ahead. You're next, then Dennis, and then
Oh,
we'll let the stars of the show close to them.
I do a lot of other things for fun. One of the things I really want to do.
You can't say that on live stream.
Sure.
Oh.
I do so many hobbies. It's
Uh-huh.
ridiculous. I paint. I like to do cakes, sewing, like from scratch. But the thing I want to do the most
You can't say that.
shush. The things I want to do the most this summer is go hiking. Like if I love to be out in nature, so I'll do like overnight hikes, 2-3 days in the woods. I love it. It sucks. My feet bleed and I miss my family, but I don't know. There's this thing about being out in nature and
She
getting
lost toenails the last time.
I did.
she was
I
out.
lost 2 or 3
Oh,
That's
toenails.
how much she loves her family.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
did.
like fun, right?
But I love to get from point A to point B and say I did it. And it makes me feel proud that still at 40, my body can do what I want it to do. And I just don't think when I'm 70 and 80, and when I can't do the things that I long to do, I'll be able to look back at that time and go, you know what? I did that. And that's what I love to do. It's
Dennis,
awesome.
do you have something that's not pervy?
Yes. What about you guys, Tom and Lacey?
No, you're gonna have to tell us.
What? You just asked?
Just yes. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Movies. Hang out here.
Likes to drink beer and watch movies.
Drink beer, watch movies.
All right, let's let you guys finish her out.
Well, there's a lot of we actually, whenever there were
Keep it
conventions
clean.
and events going on, keep it clean.
You just ignore him.
We actually love going to Renaissance festivals. We have a couple in our area that's usually about like a 2 to 3 hour drive from us.
We have about 3 or 4 that we can go to.
Yeah, we'll make a full day of it. And we dress up in the part and everything and go and just soak it all in and enjoy it. It's awesome. They're usually set up in the woods and everything, and it's so much fun. Everyone there is always having a lot of fun. They're having a good time.
It's about the atmosphere, right?
It is about
It's
like-minded
it's the
people.
people, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
And they do treat you different if you dress up. They treat you differently. And it's
They're
Well,
more
you-
engaging. engaging. They have a lot more fun with you.
Yeah, because you're part of the experience.
Take it more.
Exactly.
They know you're taking it serious and stuff.
But we watch a lot of movies, a lot of
TV.
We work through TV shows and everything. We actually section off our week. It's Monday night movies, TV Tuesdays. Wednesdays generally the down and dirty game night. You know, it's like this is the night we're going to put a lot of effort into whatever game we're playing, stuff like that. Actually,
That's a good idea.
Behind the camera, there's a whole rack of tabletop games that we don't get to enough, but we try.
Oh, wow.
I know. We have to wait for like a group to come over to play those
and it's
tabletop
hard
games
right now.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's been difficult for the last year and a half or so.
We've found a couple that the two of us can play together, and especially when they're like really compact, if we can get out and about, they're great to take with us. We used to have an Alamo theater that was open that we would hit up all the time.
Go to movie parties like 3 times a week there.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys have Alamo up there or know anything about it, but it's a movie theater that they serve food and alcohol during the movie and everything.
Oh,
and
wow. That would be awesome.
They play modern movies and retro movies, and a lot of the retro movies they do movie parties with where you get props to interact with the movie. Like we went to a movie where it was Twister, and they gave us glow sticks, and anytime there was lightning on the screen, you would shake the glow stick in the air, stuff like that.
Wow.
Oh, that's so much fun.
We have so much fun going to those, but obviously 2020 has killed pretty much everything.
Have you guys?
I feel like that's coming back. Like I feel hopeful for
I
the
hope
summer.
so, because Alamo filed for
feel
Chapter
hopeful.
11, so.
Yeah. Have you guys ever participated in a Rocky Horror Picture Show screening?
We did.
Nice.
We don't get that up here.
We don't do things like that here because there's
We don't do fun stuff.
We don't do anything fun. It's just we don't have the population.
Yeah, it could be. Well, honestly,
you get me and one
population-
other jackass showing up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We don't have a huge population, and honestly, there's like a small percentage of the population that would actually go. So you need a bigger population to get enough people to go
to get
things,
that
right?
following.
Yeah,
and we just don't have it down here.
We actually, when we went to a Rocky Horror Picture Show screening, it was my first time seeing the movie.
He lost his V card at the
nice.
So there was a local burlesque troupe that was kind of acting out the movie as it was playing. So they pulled me up there, lipstick V'd my head, and spanked me in front of a bunch of strangers.
Nice. Oddly
There was
enough, I
something
paid
else
big
that
money
we
to
would
see
do for
that.
fun. Once a month, there's a local burlesque troupe that once a month we would go and watch burlesque shows at night. But again, 2020 has
At
killed
not
that.
just a local bar, but the oldest bar in our town, dating back to when this was just a railroad stopover town.
The 1800s.
Nice. Has it survived COVID? Is it going to make it through? I'm assuming.
As far as the bar, yes,
We don't know about the
whether
burlesque
the show, yeah, that's up to me.
I hope so.
Where are you guys again? Because if I move, I'm gonna go your way because it sounds like a lot
Don't
of fun.
tell him.
We're in the
And-
state of misery.
Just saying. I mean, I can leave these guys
No, you can't.
and
Aw.
move in with you guys.
Send us, Peter.
Just
then.
saying.
You guys got more games. I'm coming to you.
We lost Peter too, so it's not even a fair trade.
It's not.
We'll
Peter
take
who?
Peter.
Well, screw Peter.
Oh,
Oh, he's gone now. Poor Waves and Games.
His game's still here.
He is. Okay. You guys want a safe word out now at this point?
Yeah, it's okay
I
to
think
do
so.
it.
It's okay.
We can safe word out. I think it was curly Q pee caca.
Pineapple.
Quicksand.
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 Right on.
Okay.
You guys have been an absolute blast. Thank you so much for coming
This
on.
was a lot of fun.
I'm happy
Thank
we
you.
could. Yeah.
For everybody in the chat, if you do not nerd, I
You
bet
should.
you will now.
You should.
You should.
Yes,
You should.
please.
Peter, don't lie to me. In the comments, do not lie to me, Peter. I'm serious.
Bring it up.
Don't you dare, Peter.
Oh, I
Put
see
it
what
put
you're
it on
saying.
screen so he has to
Put that.
follow.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Put that on screen
Wins
so I can
games.
see it. Seriously.
Hey there.
We're working on coming back.
Do not lie,
And-
man.
Them's are big
I
words.
I am not lying.
Oh.
The cock
We got
sack.
the exclusive.
Get the dream
We had
team
the
back
exclusive
together.
here.
You have a child.
I
Even
see. I see the next stream being 3 and 3. I see a Peter
3 and
right
3?
in the middle there.
I see a
That's it.
Peter.
Whoa.
Guys.
Whoa.
Do you know how
You're
tall
already-
that man is? He's freakishly tall. No, he has to go on the other side.
On the other side. And
Well-
he says Utah sucks.
Yeah, we know. We tried to
Oh,
tell you
Utah.
that.
I would like to
Didn't
say that
listen,
this
Peter.
has been so much fun just because we
Yeah.
had the perfect hosts, such gracious hosts.
Aw,
So thank you
You're
guys
too
so
kind.
much for
You
having
guys
us
are
on.
awesome.
I can
Yeah,
tell
this is-
they're
this is so
lying.
much fun.
I can tell. People have been lying to me all my life.
Yeah,
Right, because our mouths are
tell.
moving.
Oh! All right. That's it. Thanks for everybody watching, and thanks to everybody in the chat. And
Bye,
you will
nerdlings.
nerd. You will nerd
You
tomorrow.
will, nerd.
Okay.
You will
Yes.
See you later, Kevin
Remember,
Smith.
if we
We'll
like
talk
it,
to you
we
later,
nerd it.
dear Black Widow.
Laters.